That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a... I can't do it. We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live. And thing sucks.
10, 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks again for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.
I'm gonna get your docs, man. I'm gonna get a court order. I'm gonna get your fucking docs, and you're gonna wish to God that you were never born and that you never ever fucked with my children. And I'm telling you right now, you want to sit there and you want to talk shit about how these police hate me and all these judges and prosecuting attorneys hate me and all this shit. They don't hate me. They don't hate me. That's a lie. That's a lie to stroke your ego, isn't it, Secular? Yeah. Yeah, it's a lie to stroke your ego. I'll tell you what. You know what'll keep your docs from ending up going viral all over the fucking internet? What'll keep that from happening, motherfucker, is if you delete all of your fucking YouTube accounts and you go away. And don't come back as a fucking sock either. I mean, go away permanently. Now, if you want to create a YouTube channel where you come back as yourself and you be a man and you talk about real shit in the world instead of harping on my ass all the time, I might be agreeable to that shit. Now, you would say, well, you can't put out my information. The fuck I can't. You son of a bitches put my name, my address, and my phone number all over fucking YouTube, all over Daily Motion, Live Leak, and every fucking where else. So don't tell me I can put, I can't put your shit out there too. Don't tell me that shit, because I know better. If you can do it and get away with it, by God, I can. If I got to create sock accounts to make it happen, then by God, I'll create sock accounts to do it. Because I'm sick and tired of you motherfuckers. You put my family at risk, you son of a bitches. And I'm sick and tired of it. And it's going to stop this Christmas. Because all you motherfuckers are in for a big Christmas gift this year. And you ain't going to like it. The very people that try to accuse me and my wife are pedos themselves and neglectors themselves. The very people that tried to do, that tried to accuse us of being evil are evil themselves. They were projecting what they were onto me, or trying to anyway. Didn't stick, obviously, but that's not the point.
Yep, on innocent people.
And like I said, I can give out their whole information because they are wanted by the police. So, it's okay, Yeah, isn't that ironic? That the very people that want to call me a pedophile are themselves a pedophile? Isn't that amazing how that fucking shit works out? And like I said, you're wanted by the police. I can give out their full information, folks. And like I said, I've got Christmas gifts for all my troll buddies. Because I intend to get more subpoenas and get more information on these motherfuckers. And we're all going to have us a merry fucking Christmas.
Let's dance.
That's right. Let's dance, motherfuckers. You wanted the Punisher. You got the Punisher, you son of a bitches. I mean, am I telling the truth, Eric? They wanted the Punisher, did they not? Well, you're going to get punished. Equal opportunity under the law. Equal opportunity under the law. Whatever you do to me, I am legally bound to do to you. But that's all right. It's all good, man. We're going to have us a very merry motherfucking Christmas. Yes, buddy, we are. You deleting that YouTube account yet, Secular? You deleting your YouTube account yet, motherfucker? We're going to have us a very merry motherfucking Christmas. Threaten to send the Black Panthers out to my home to kill me and my wife and children. Fuck you, assholes. We're going to have us a very merry motherfucking Christmas.
And now, a reading from Parliament Hill by the King of Canada. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the trailer, the sounds of Von ranting just like a drunk sailor. The glad bags were tacked to the wood paneling with care, with hopes that Ma Helton soon would be there. Decked out in camo, again without heat, Mousy lies shivering down by his feet. Baby, I'm cold, and the blanket's so far. Then hit the bricks, bitch, go sleep in the car. And then Von continued like nothing was wrong. I'm live on Blog TV, and the show must go on. Now listen, you fuckers, you trolls and you haters. If you're also concerned, then become my donators. Please get the blanket, I'm tired and cold. Fuck yes, I'll get it, you young ones are bold. He then turned around and barked at the screen. You trolls see what I'm doing, and you say that I'm mean? And then he returned and glared at the chat, stroking his whiskers, the greasy old rat. Where are my babies? Is that an attack? Where do you think? I got 'em out back. Listen here, trolls, let's get this straight. I'm just here to help and find a new mate. Oops, I meant nanny, he said with a grin. Around 25-ish and preferably thin. No fatties, no lesbos, no godless anti-gunners, no Muslims or Mexicans or anyone brown or really brownish. Not really into black so much. It's kind of like I said on my Blog TV show. Blacks aren't concerned with, world problems and the NWO and stuff. And they're too busy, quote, listening to their rap music and, quote, smoking their crack. So definitely no blacks. Asians, maybe. Send us a photo. We'll check it out and then maybe arrange something on Skype. But pretty much just looking for skinny white women, preferably in their 20s, hot, and that don't have hang-ups about age and looks. Look, I'm not racist. It's just what I like. No fat chicks, no liberals, and you can't breed a dyke. I really should have 5 or 6 like royal vampires do, but humble as I am, I'll settle for 2. As for you trolls, I'm sick of your sort. A list has been made and I'll see you in court. He jumped from his seat and pulled out his gun and yelled, come on, Kenny, let's have some fun. Jacked up on dew, his temper was flared. Please keep it down, Vonnie, the babies are scared. 'Twas at this moment when ready to fight, he saw through the blinds an eerie blue light. He jumped towards the window to throw up the sash, tripped over his piss can, there was a great splash. With bated breath, he watched the light grow. Von thought, fucking haters, I told you so. Now, Mousy, don't panic and try to stay steady. Go get the camera and be on the ready. Then like an eagle, he flew out the door, not moving like that since the Cold War. Out the back of the trailer and up the ladder he shot, atop of the roof he secured a good spot to view the illumination that first caught his eye, screaming towards him, cutting through the night sky. This is the end of the 10 days I warned you about, as he squinted his eyes and stuck his neck out, wringing his hands, his heart full of glee, pondering the prospects of what it could be. Nibiru, the Dark Star, perhaps an alien invasion? Alas, 'twas only a ball of frozen feces deployed by the International Space Station. And like a fiery rocket, it screamed by his head. A couple more inches, he would have been dead. He lost his sure footing and then stumbled back, tripped over his own feet and then down the smokestack. He came down the chimney like a bat out of hell. At the bottom, a log hit him in the ass. Deja vu of Hell Cell. Like a sack of potatoes, he rolled on the floor. Just then a loud knock. CPS at the door. Von Helton, I must ask, what is this clatter? We've got 15 calls just to see what's the matter. We know that it's Christmas and we don't want to pester, but you've got more reports than all of Manchester. Now come on, Von Helton, and let us come in. Not by the hairs on my chinny chin chin. A few minutes went by, I'll spare you the bore. Von Helton was persuaded to open the door. My goodness, the stench, exclaimed CPS. The odor alone would give someone stress. Hard hamburgers and pizza all over the ground. A heap of old diapers, flies swarming around. No feedings past 5, though we said they should. Kids locked in the back. This doesn't look good. Then Ma came over and said, what's his racket? Don't tell me this lackwit and retard can't hack it. I've done my best to keep them on track. I'm afraid common sense it seems that they lack. I've been cursed out, battered and beaten, but guess where tomorrow that these two will be eaten? Von Helton, it's Christmas, and not even a tree? It's over at Ma's where all the kids' presents will be. But look at all this stuff bought just for you. Video games, some new camo, and a Wii that is blue. Hey, not my fault her mother's a saint. Ma shook her head and Mouse started to faint. Mr. Helton, what I've seen here has left me behooved. I'm afraid I insist that the kids must be removed. Well, Ma did some sweet talking, and Mouse shed a tear. Maybe it was Kris Kringle or Holiday Cheer. Will you follow the rules and swear to be good, to do all the things that good parents should? Yes, we promise. We swear, cross our heart. Well, then I see no good reason to tear you apart. And with that, they were gone. Down the driveway they went. Ma went back home. Vaughn and Mouse were tired and spent. Well, these events have left me quite sour. Go get some sleep, Mouse. Your shift starts in an hour. Down to the mattress an exhausted Mouse fell. Vaughn smacked his forehead and yelped, "Bloody hell!" You see, it had just hit him, just like that log. The webcam was rolling. It was all live on blog. He looked at the camera, his face full of sorrow. Y'all have a good day and a better tomorrow. What is up, folks? Can we say it? Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Cool Yule. I hope you're having a rockin' Ramadan, a crazy Kwanzaa, a jumping jihad, if that's your thing, I don't know. And Festivus for the rest of us. What's going on? Welcome to the 2019 Christmas special Weirdo Wonderland number 16. Can't believe we have made it this far, folks. I want to thank you all for joining me. Just a reminder, next week's up in the air. I probably won't do a regular Thursday night thing. If something happens, which I'm sure it will, we might do an impromptu one or something, but it is the week of Christmas, so don't expect anything. Just so you know, I do have a New Year's year in review planned. That will not be on a Thursday. I'm going to probably move that up to the Wednesday, January 1st. I will keep everyone posted. And I will make that PSA again a little bit later on. But thank you all for coming out. We are just getting started. Boy, oh boy, let me tell you, this was no easy task. We're talking damn near a decade of Christmases to sift through. And this is the stuff I have tonight. I don't even know if we're going to get through it all tonight that I selected. I didn't even get a chance to listen to it all. But that's a good thing. That means we have stuff left over for next Christmas. But yeah, we got a lot to get through here, folks. But I think you'll be happy with the selections. Tonight's theme, I thought we were going to kind of go with take a page from Charles Dickens and go with a Christmas Carol kind of thing. We're going to get visits from the ghost of Lowell's past, present, and future tonight. We're gonna start in the day for those that maybe weren't around. We're gonna go back. We going back. Some classics. I don't want to spoil it, but you might want to stick around because there may be an excerpt where Von Helton threatens to shoot CPS worker. That's all I'm saying for now. We'll get to it. But again, thank you all for coming out. Now, tradition is tradition. Just before I do, I want to not only thank the people that come out, but the people that help me behind the scenes, because I am incredibly lazy. So first of all, thank you, Lusty McButt. She runs her little lusty butt around, posting links to this hangout and throwing links to other people for me. I do appreciate that. I appreciate people in the past that helped me. A lot of people have asked me about that Grinch picture of Von Helton. No, I didn't do it. Someone else did it actually years ago. We'll see more of that. It was the two people I had help me on the Grinch thing years ago, the Kentucky Grinch, was Quasi Monkey and Mark Groening. I'm pretty sure Mark Groening did that one, but I may be wrong. But those are the two guys that helped me out on that one. So I'm appreciative of everybody that archives this stuff. It's very important. So, you know, Irv ruined his own life, and Von Helton News Network, and Deadbeat Vampire, and I mean everybody. You know who you are, right? So it is a group effort. That it's important to archive this stuff, folks. But here we are, 2019. Wow, and Von's been pretty quiet, but you know there is no rock bottom. He outdoes himself. That's for sure every year. So we're just gonna see if we can switch this over. There we go. Not a very Christmassy picture, but We're starting things a little different tonight. Now, let's see if I can get this. Here we go. You guys remember this mug from the old days, from the Parliament readings? Don't worry, for those viewers that have OCD, I will be getting into the Heineken. But tonight, this is my Christmas gift to you people. Like Von Helton, I've had my own Christmas epiphany. I can't remember if I was sitting on the toilet or not like Von, but a few Christmases ago, this is kind of like a Festivus story. A few Christmases ago, I just wasn't finding a Christmas drink that was scratching that itch. You know what I mean? So I came up with this little doodad. What we're talking here, folks, we got eggnog. Now, I never drank eggnog in my whole life till a few years ago. I got to say, it's not that bad. So if you've never tried eggnog, if you don't like eggnog, that's fine. But if you never tried it just because you think it sounds gross, try it because it's actually not that bad. So it's got eggnog, and follow me here, a little bit of chocolate milk. We got a shot of chocolate liqueur and 2 shots of banana liqueur. This drink is absolutely delectable. I call it the dirty banana. That's all I'm saying, folks. Listen, you might want to jot that down. We're going to try it right now. Oh, yeah. This is good shit, let me tell you. Oh, I'm going to do 2. It's chocolatey, it's banana-y, if that's actually a thing, but I don't know. There's just a hint of Christmas goodness in there that I can't put my finger on. Ah, that is good. Look, folks, like I said, there's a lot of footage to go through tonight. There's a lot I had to leave on the cutting room floor, and there's a lot I didn't even get to. So we're not gonna waste time here. We're gonna get right into it. And let me just see here, folks. I want to get intimate and interactive with you guys. See if this works. Okay, we're back. Listen, folks, it's time to get serious. I want to have a little fire. I want to have a little heart to heart here. Here we go. Straight from Canada to all of you again. Happy holidays. Whatever your thing is. It's been a long road, and some of us been at this for a decade. Hey, listen, folks. Tonight I have a very, very special musical treat for you. In the name of the season, in the spirit of the season, to you and yours, have a very happy holiday. Get yourself comfortable. Get out the cookies. Get out the Lulz milk.
Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland.
Gone away is a bluebird, in his place is a new bird. He's singing our song as we go along, walking in a wonderland.
In the meadow we can build a
Okay, wait up. Hold up.
then pretend that he is.
I just want to point out something. Like, I get it. I get their shtick. This is raw. It's unprepared. And even though I think it's silly that you wouldn't, like, rehearse the song at least once before you post it on the internet, I mean, she screwed up the name of the song. That's the chorus, right? Walking in a winter wonderland. She didn't even know. Anyways, let's keep going.
Parson Brown, he'll say, are you married? We'll say, no, man. But you can do the job when you're in town. Later on, we'll conspire as we dream by the fire to face unafraid the plans that we've made, walking in a winter wonderland.
When it snows, ain't it thrilling? True, you know, kids are chilly. We're frolic and play and Eskimo way, walking in a winter wonderland.
Sleigh bells bells ring. Are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight. We're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland.
In the middle, we can build a snowman and pretend that he's a circus clown. We'll have lots of fun with Mr. Snowman until the other kids knock him down. Later on, we'll conspire as we dream by the fire. To face and break the plans that we made, walking in a winter wonderland.
All right. I don't think we need the the interlude here. I think you guys get the idea. Listen, I know what you're hungry for tonight, folks. Listen, let's just get to it. Let's break it down. That's what's up. Let's just break it the fuck down.
What is up, fellow YouTubers? We are live on the King Cobra JFS channel. Hope you're all having an awesome holiday. Yo, are you sick and tired of Old Spice, but you want to smell nice for the ladies? Yo, putting on aftershave like a man out of the cave, smelling like you stink. I'm gonna say some shit to make you think. Grab a sip of my drink real quick. Yo. All natural soap, cause you know tactical soap is dope. Fuck all the other soaps, nope. That's a man's smell, got you feeling swell. Yo, coming out of your shell, you got a date, and a girl coming over. You wanna get lucky like a 4-leaf clover, increase your chances. Fresh pair of pants when your dance is on the scene. Gonna smell real good, like you ready to get mean. Pull up on the scenes with the tactical soap, and you know you're gonna be smelling dope. All natural, pheromone. Fuck being alone. Yo, that's a man's soap. You wanna smell like a rock star. You wanna go far. Scar and kill for real and chill. Some time to bust a mad rhyme for a nickel and a dime. Gonna get your hustle when you're smelling swell. Putting that chick's pheromones on blast. She says, damn, homie, you smell swell. Coming out of your antisocial shell. Yo, you want to smell swell? Get yourself some tactical soap, Klondike Soap Company. And get yourself some female company. Fellas, all natural. Make you smell like a stud. Yeah, bud, cause you already know. Tactical soap is the illest, the realest, the for realest, the chillest, the sickest soap on the market. Fuck all these other pheromone products, they ain't got it. You're gonna have that grin, you put that soap on, and it's making her estrogen go through the roof like a mad rap. Like a Babe Ruth candy bar, you're gonna be smelling like chocolate, feeling like chocolate sweet, partying like a rock star. Actually, you know what? If tactical soap made a chocolate smelling tactical soap, that'd be deadly. I'm serious. I'm fucking serious, YouTube. If tactical soap made a bar of soap that smelled like chocolate and leather, you know.
They exited out the front door. They had no idea what they were in for.
No caller ID, huh? Hello? Nah, you ain't getting my fucking bike, asshole. You want to take my fucking bike? It's right here, dude. Do it. I fucking dare you, you chicken shit motherfucker. This is the most... Oh, you want that fucking bike? Go to the internet and order a rat fink bike with ape hangers and then custom paint it yourself. You dumb motherfucker. My trolls, they never stop. They don't give a shit if it's Christmas. Let's fuck with Josh all year round.
They exited out the front door. They had no idea what they were in for.
Who the fuck is this then? Hello? Hello? If you're gonna fucking call me on the phone, at least have the fucking be like, oh hey, what's up? It's a fan, or hey, it's a troll, whatever, you know, fucking stupid. Fucking stupid. Yes. Because honestly, it's the holidays. I feel sorry for my trolls. They want attention.
They exited out the front door.
That being said, Yellow.
Hey, it's Sarah.
Hey, how
Okay,
you?
so I'm just gonna come out and say this. We had such a great date together.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
They exited out the front. They exited out the front door. They had no idea.
Oh, my dad's calling me. Okay, you know what? Just because it's the holidays, I'll humor my trolls. Hello, Father dearest. Just because it was my trolls, I knew it was going to be a troll call. I knew it. I'm not stupid. You treat me like I'm a child or that I'm stupid. That's your mistake.
They exited out the front door.
Unknown caller. Oh, I'm a popular son of a bitch today. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hi, Josh. Is your refrigerator on?
Know what your mom's pussy is. Hi, Josh. Is your refrigerator running? Know what your mom's pussy is. I mean, really? You're going to prank? That's the oldest joke in the book, dude.
They exited.
I'm like, these trolls are trying to fuck with me as hard as they can. Like, oh, geez. Maybe if we keep prank calling his phone, we'll get an autistic freak out.
They exited out.
Oh, this is amusing.
No idea what they were in for.
They're trying to kind of morgue. You stab them, we slab them. Fucking assholes. You're going to call me saying, is your refrigerator running? Okay, I'm 28 years old. I've heard that joke before.
They exited out the
Oh.
front door. They had no idea what they were in for.
Who's this person calling me?
Now they're staring at.
Hello? Hello? Wrong number. Not a troll, but I...
They exited out. They exited out.
Not a troll, but I still love you, man. Keep
They exited out
rocking.
the front door.
Unknown caller. Yellow? Hello? Hello? Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, sorry. I'm watching the stream. This is Elliot from just watching the stream right now.
Hell yeah, man. I appreciate the support.
What's going on, dude?
I can't really hear you, dude. You got a lot of static on your phone.
I think from your end. Put me on speaker. Can you hear me?
Well, I had you on speaker, and I
He was getting a lot of static, so. All right, bye. I guess your boy's a popular guy tonight. Yellow?
How's the show now?
Okay, there you go. I got no static now. What's up? Dude, you don't know nothing about my contract with Tactical Soap. This guy is talking some shit. Like, this guy fucking trying to pretend like he's an affiliate from Tactical Soap. That's fucking dumb, dude. Nice try, troll. I'm the best goddamn affiliate. You're not an affiliate from Tactical Soap, okay? You're not. I can't talk right now. Oh, my trolls are fucking with me hard. I love my Boondock Saints ringtone. We're getting blown up on my phone right now. This is ridiculous. Yellow?
Hello.
Hello?
Is this Josh Saunders?
Yes, it is.
Hi, this is Ralph Guton from the CY Bar. I'm just calling to let you know that you're no longer welcome here.
You're full of shit. You're so full of shit. You're so full of shit. Oh my God, dude. Do you believe these trolls right now? Pretending to be someone from the CY Bar saying, you're no longer welcome here. Suck my dick, you stupid troll. Gonna be hard to troll me when my phone's turned off. Oh, pretending to be someone from the CY Bar saying I'm no longer allowed over there. Who the fuck are you, dude? You know that's one of the bars I frequent the most. So you sit there and pretend to be someone from that bar. Obvious troll move, dude. Fucking stupid. I'm gonna keep rocking the free world and doing my thing because these trolls are so jealous. Tactical Soap, yo, the soap is dope. To all the other soaps, nope. Natural man sense. Tell them Cobra sent you. Tactical Soap, Klondike Soap Company. Got you smelling like harmony, yo. You got a date coming up, that's what's up. You want to smell sexy for your lady friend. But where do I begin? Yo, Klondike Soap Company, Tactical Soap, that's what's up.
All right, here we are, folks. We're getting to the main event. We had to have some Cobes breaking it down there for us. Everything just went black. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. But yeah, we're getting into the main event, the first clip here. But I seen someone had brought up G-Man. And I don't really have any G-Man clips tonight per se. I mean, I could have, but I've got enough crap crammed in here. But speaking of that, he did put up a photo just the other day. Let me see if I can get that up here. And I just wanted to ask what the fuck was going on here. Let's see. I don't think I can. I don't think I can. Just a sec here. Well, maybe. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. I'm an old man using technology here. Like Windows Media fucking applications. Anyways, let's see if I can pull this up over here. All right, here we go. All right, here we go, folks. So he puts up this picture the other day. Now, I'm not knocking it too heavy, but I want you all to take a long, hard look at that face. Take a look at that face, folks. That is the face of a broken man. That is a man. Oh, what is it opening now? Anyways, that is the face of a broken man, folks. I'll bring that up so you can see it. We have a painfully labored smile. This is, I would call this a two-tone face, because what you can do here, no, I don't mean it as a racist thing. What I'm saying is you could cover the top part of his face or cover the bottom part of his face, and you get two totally different emotions, right? You got that kind of, I'm smiling, I'm just hanging on. Or you got those eyes, and those eyes, folks, they say the eyes are windows to a soul. God damn it, I got applications opening. Oh, there we go. I don't know. He looks tired, folks. Let's see if I can get that zoomed up a little bit for you. There we go. Looks tired, folks. Looks like he just stumbled out of an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting or something. I mean, I'm not trying to dig the guy or nothing. I'm just saying, you look tired, G-Man. It almost looks like you've been staying up to, like, 3 or 4 in the morning raging about people on the internet. Maybe you should take a break. It always happens, doesn't it? We've seen it before. Poor old Von Helton the last decade or so has probably aged about 25 years at least. We could name others. This is your future, G-Man. You look tired. You look tired, bud. But anyways, just wanted to share that. I don't know what the hell's going on there, man. It literally looks like he's been up fucking 3 days straight, raging on the internet. Could it be? Nah. Oh, jeepers. Let's get back to the show, though, folks. Let's get back to the main event. I don't know why this is all black. All right, we got to get some. Listen to this Christmas. We can't do it like this. There we go. There we go. All right, so this is from, we're going back. I could have went a little farther, but I went back to 2012, folks. And if you were there, you'll remember some of this. Hello, Schneider's Handyman. Welcome. But if you were there back in the day, look, it's kind of, this is December 14th. Let's go ahead and share this. This is December 14th, 2012. What's kind of funny is I actually have a few of these in succession. So I got like the 15th, the 16th, etc. And he's wearing the exact same clothes in all of them. In every single fucking one. So this one obviously was a long one. It is a bit of a long one, but trust me, it's worth it. I have edited this down so we can just roll through it. I'll stop once in a while for commentary. Talk amongst yourselves. But especially the second half. I think you're going to enjoy the second half. But there's some neat little Vonisms in here. Like the reason he quit drinking. Do you guys remember that one? Or how about how to handle it when the reptilians finally take over? Now, keep in mind, folks, 2012 was a very special year. Because this is when all the doomtards were preaching. The end of the world was just around. The end was nigh, right? It was just around the corner. Now, what's funny is Von Helton nowadays, he claims, I never said that. I just read an article about it online. Von Helton never said shit. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Let's move forward. Now, I know these are old clips, so the audio, I tried to normalize it as much as I could. The intro's a little quiet, but it gets up. So don't crank your speakers up, because when Vaughn gets rolling, let's just go ahead. Let's just go for it, folks.
Yeah. So I thought I'd do a little Christmas tune this morning. But something else.
Merry Christmas.
It is the Christmas season. Who all thinks we're still going to be here on the 21st? I've been actually going into town and asking people, do you think we're going to be here on December 21st?
Oh, remember though, folks.
Actually, I don't smoke my
Remember, folks, he never preached any of this stuff. He just read an article. But back in 2012, he's telling people, you don't even know. What do you think? Do you think we're even going to be? I even went into town and talked to people about this. Golly. Anyways,
electronic cigarette that much anymore, man. I'm pretty much done. I'm pretty much done with it. What the big help with the electronic cigarette is that you can get rid of the ashtrays. Once you get rid of the ashtrays, You got the shit whipped, man. Because the ashtray.
I think it's funny too because he's talking about the e-cigarettes. Like, yep, I almost got her licked. I'm done. I've weaned it down. I'm not going to be using this thing anymore. And here we are, what, a decade later? Almost. You still got, because you're addicted to the nicotine, retard.
Puts it in your face all the time. You know what I'm saying? You get the ashtrays off your tables and put them up in a cabinet somewhere and get them out of your face. You know? Oh God, I bet you I've saved close to $3,000 since switching to this e-cig. I guarantee it, because I stretch that shit out, man. You know, each one of these tips, I stretch that mother out as you know, as far as I can stretch it. You know.
I hope you guys caught that. I'd say $3,000. Now it could just be a round number he's throwing. You know, obviously it is throwing out there. But I mean, one thing I've noticed with compulsive liars in real life, I knew this guy, and he was a horrible, like he was just compulsive. It was embarrassing how this guy would lie. But he always used the number 120. He tried to tell me he got 120% in science. That's like 175% Cherokee. He'd find a wallet. It'd have $120 in it. You know, he said one time he had a model train set that was worth $120,000. Always the same numbers. Von Helton, it's always $3,000. CPS going to get $3,000 ahead. He's got $3,000 in his hand, Strolls. He's gonna go get a lawyer. He's so convinced he's gonna get a lawyer with his money, but he buys a fucking Hot Wheels track instead. But I digress.
Oh God, yeah, man. Oh, the e-cig is fucking awesome, because not only do you quit cigarettes with it, but you can smoke anywhere you want, because all it is harmless water vapor. Okay, there's no toxicity to the e-cig at all. So I can smoke in the courthouse. I can smoke on a bus. I can smoke on a plane. Well, I don't know about a plane because this is electronic, but you know, but for sure I can smoke on a bus, and I've done so. I've smoked in the courthouse. I went in the courthouse puffing away. Everybody's like, "What the hell?" You know. But then then they thought it was an e-cig, and it's like, "Oh, crazy Von Helton," you know. But yeah, you can take his anywhere. You don't have to go outside to smoke anymore. You know. I mean, it's great, man. Did I ever try the patches? No, I was scared to death of the patches. I heard somebody got bad sick on them motherfuckers. So no, I was scared of the patches. You got called a wanker by some woman in a car for no reason. Yeah, we have a word for that over here. It's called road rage. We have a word for that over here. It's called road rage. Google that shit. Well, now I'll tell you what, alcohol was easy for me to get rid of. Because I came to, let's say, whatever, came out of my delusional stupor or whatever the fuck however you wish to describe it. And when I came to my senses, I had 6 of my buddies holding me down in an alley saying, "Don't kill him, don't kill him." Okay, I don't know what the fuck transpired, but I think I can surmise the situation from that, based on that, right? You know, I have 6 of my buddies holding me down, literally holding me down in the alley saying, "Don't kill him." Okay, so apparently somebody must have pissed me off while I was on Wild Turkey. Wild Turkey or Mad Dog, or maybe even a combination of the two.
That's right, folks. He quit drinking because he came to his senses in an alley as his friends were tearing him off, some poor schmuck, screaming, "Don't kill him. For God, the love of God, Von, don't kill him." He's a wild man. I think this is probably side quit. I think the real story is that story that his friends from high school told me. That fat chick dragged him out across a gravel parking lot at a bowling alley and kicked the living shit right out of him. Irv is not 5'6". I will guarantee you that. Not that there's anything wrong with being shy. Hey, I'm not a tall guy. The fact is he lies about it. He tries to say he's 5'9", 5'11", he's over 6 foot, then he's back down to 5'9". Then he admits he's the right height to play Wolverine, which is 5'3". Anyways, that's a different topic. Let's keep moving forward. So that's why Von Helton doesn't drink, folks. It's for your safety.
And that was my wake up call that hey, maybe me and alcohol don't get along, you know.
Hope
So-
that's better for you.
How close do you think we are to cloning a human? I'd say they've already done it. But because of moral, ethical, and religious reasons, they have not come out with it. Because, I mean, think about it. If you clone a human, does he have a soul? Will he go to heaven? Well, see, we don't know these things.
Yes, nice, Vaughn. Nice to cap that with a belch. Yeah, that's exactly the ethical concerns. That's number one that they have amongst scientists why they don't clone humans, is because, well, if he has a soul, will he get into heaven?
Do we? No. You know, those are moral and ethical questions that rise when you start talking about the idea that we're going to clone a human or we're going to replicate a human even. You know, I mean, even the idea of using a transporter right now is moral and ethical, because we can create a transporter that will transport you from A to B.
I think it's ironic that 2 years later, the Russian elites replaced our Von Helton in this timeline with a clone. I'm still standing by that. I just think it's interesting.
We can do it. But
we have transporters.
What it does is it creates a copy of you and teleports it to
like Star
point
Trek.
B. Okay, so now you've got Von Helton at point A and Von Helton at point B. And so now the moral and ethical question becomes, well, which one is the real Von Helton, number one? And number two, does the Von Helton number two, does he have a soul? Does he have a spirit? Is he really a human being? You know, there's tons and tons of questions that arise when you start talking about cloning a human being, see? Well, you know, they very well could. The elites could very well be cloning themselves and using those clones in positions to where that
bingo.
You know,
planting Manchurian candidates,
assassination attempt or something like that. They can put the clone out there, and the clone's out there waving his hand, and you know they shoot the clone, and you know they get off scot-free. But see, here's the thing: when you create the clone, which one is the real one? Which one is the clone? Who's got the soul? Who doesn't have a soul? Do they both have a soul? Do neither have a soul? Especially in regards to David Rockefeller. Does he even have a fucking soul? How many people can be laid? How many people's deaths can be laid at the feet of David Rockefeller, who by his own admission is working with a secret cabal to destroy the United States of America? Hey, doesn't that sound like treason? Hello? Does that sound like treason to you? Yeah, I was right again. And I told them Looney Tunes over on the forums, over on the Star Trek forums. I told them in advance how the movie was going to go down without even seeing any previews or any scripts or anything. I told them 2 years in advance how the movie was going to go down, that it was going to be Doogie Howser in space, that they were going to be fresh out of the academy, and that the youngest person would be 17 fucking years old, and I was right on every goddamn point. Now, am I some great prophet? No, I just know how people think. I knew how JJ thought because I read enough of his shit and I watched enough of his interviews that I knew exactly where JJ was going to go with Star Trek. I knew exactly where he was going to go. Okay, I didn't need to be a prophet. All I need to do is hear what people say and what people say they're going to do. And then I just sit there and put the pieces together. It's not that hard. You don't have to be a prophet. You don't have to be a seer or a dreamer of dreams or you know, some visionary. All you got to do is take what a person says and actually believe that what they say they're going to do, they're going to do. You know? You don't have to be a great prophet for that shit. You don't have to be a great prophet for that shit. They are aware of the situation and they are watching. Okay, so anybody that has aspirations of, hey, we're gonna get Von Helton's channel shut down, or we're gonna take over Von Helton's channel by submitting a fake email, yeah, you keep dreaming. I've already notified blog staff about that shit, motherfucker. And you guys that are running scripts in the background and shit, yeah, I notified blog about that shit too. They're looking into that. In fact, Blog TV assured me that they're looking into ways to circumvent crap like that. Okay, so you trolls out there manipulating shit behind the scenes, yeah, your days are very numbered. You're very numbered. Oh, and speaking of trolls, Cowboy, I have everybody muted, dude, because I'm playing music. But you can just tell me in the text chat, okay? You know, it's nothing on you. I just got everybody muted so that I can play my music and shit. Speaking of trolls, guess what today is, guys? Guess what today is? Today is the day I go down and file paperwork against Mr. Brent Cross, a.k.a. You Are Not the Punisher.
2012, folks. We're all still waiting.
It's D-Day, folks. Mr. You Are Not the Punisher is about to be punished. How ironic is that? How ironic is that? Mr. You Are Not the Punisher is about to be punished. Oh, yeah. Today's the day, guys. Today's the day. I got some things that I got to handle early this morning, but after I get those out of the way, it's off to the sheriff's department. Doesn't that take months? No. No, it doesn't, guys. I go down, I fill out the paperwork, it's a done deal. I'm tired of people harassing me and my family. Am I going to record it? I may have the wife bring her iPod Touch.
Many D-Days. More D-Days than there are trolls.
I may indeed. I hope you're listening, trolls. One of your own gets to go to jail today because I'm filing the paperwork on them today, folks, today. There's the money. There's the money, folks. Notice that
familiar sight.
Notice that there isn't a single dollar bill in there. They're all 20s. Okay, yeah. It's costing me money to do this, but I don't give a shit. I'm tired of being harassed. I'm tired of being threatened. I'm tired of getting reports from government circles telling me that, yeah, so-and-so made a call on you and wanted us to go down to your house and kill you and shit. And I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? They're like, no, man, we got the report the other day. I'm like, oh, fuck. You got to be shitting me, man. What's the charges? Well,
isn't it funny that, like, right before Christmas every year, he's flashing around a wad of bills saying it's money for court. Nothing ever happens. I'm pretty sure that money is from Ma for Christmas. Just like I'm pretty sure Ma gave him the money to renovate that shed. And that's what the fuck he was flashing around. Just saying.
The charges that I want levied against him as a domestic terrorist, that's number one. Affiliation with a street gang known as MS-13, that's number two. Posting my personal information on Encyclopedia Dramatica, which is an invasion of privacy. Destruction of my private property. Usage of my intellectual property without my permission. Slander, libel, defamation of character, and whatever else the attorneys can come up with. Attorneys, plural. That's right, plural. Because you got state attorney and my attorney. And they're going to sit there and jibber-jabber back and forth, okay? So now whatever they come up with, if you call up some doctor and get some doctor to come up here from Tennessee and make all sorts of wild accusations about me, you might be a terrorist. If you call some mental hospital and try to get my wife thrown in a mental institution, you might be a fucking terrorist. Shit goes down today, folks. And then when I'm done with Mr. Brent Cross, Sean Merriman's next. Get ready, Sean. You hear me, Sean? Get ready. You're next. A portion of this money's got your name on it, too. Slick. Folks, let me ask you a question. All right, since I have your undivided attention. Let me ask you a question. How many computers would you buy off of somebody you thought was a pedophile? How many computers would you buy off of him? If you thought somebody was a pedophile, how many computers would you buy off of them? Let me see it. Post your answer. You know, love to make these videos saying, expect us, expect us, expect us. Yeah, well, expect me, motherfucker, because I'm coming after your ass. Did y'all hear how I got Lolsack fucking shit canned on Facebook the other day? Yeah, don't fuck with my family, asshole. 20 Lolsack accounts on Facebook gone for fucking with me. Yeah, don't fuck with my family, asshole. You'll pay. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, you fucking internet terrorist. I don't give a fuck about your shit. What part of that are you not getting? I don't give a fuck about your shit.
Have a good holiday.
I don't give a fuck about your
Little
shit.
North Chick.
Quit
71.
advertising your shit in my room. Go advertise somewhere else before I call mod in here. Dumb fucks. I'll get a goddamn mod in here. You don't think I will? Try me, asshole. I've done it before. I'll get a fucking mod in here. Damn assholes. I mean, think about it. These people have evil in their hearts. Okay, so you can imagine all these songs of joy and good tidings and stuff. It must be like fingernails on a chalkboard to them. You know? It must be. It would have to be. It would have to be. Because they got evil in their hearts. The only thing they have in their heart is evil continuously. When you have somebody that sits there and makes hundreds of hate videos about me, I think they got evil in their heart. What do you think? Okay, so somebody that has evil in their heart, all these songs of joy would be just like fingernails on a chalkboard to them, man. Absolutely. Cowboy says, why do we get feedback when we have two mics open at the same time? Cowboy, there is a long, drawn-out scientific explanation for that shit, and I am not going to do it. Deadbeat Vampire. Yeah, too bad you live in the UK, because if you lived here in the United States, I'd be getting your fucking ass, too. Just let you know that you're streaming my show. Good. I'll notify Blog TV so they can ban your happy ass. Bye. No, you don't live in Kentucky. You're a fucking European living in the UK. Deadbeat Vampire. I've already met Deadbeat Vampire on video. He lives in the fucking UK. You don't live in America. You're a liar. I don't know who the fuck you are, but you're not Deadbeat Vampire. But yes, I imagine the initial shock of seeing an actual extraterrestrial being that wants to eat you would be pretty, pretty psychological to you. You know, might even fuck a few people up. Now, myself, though, I have been mentally preparing myself for just such an event. So when I see these ugly motherfuckers, it's not going to deter me one iota. Not one iota. Actually, I mentioned that long before Creepy Stan. I've been talking about reptilians almost as long as David Icats. We cannot defend ourselves from an attack from space. You're right. But air power is only one portion of the battle, my friend. Okay? Air power is something else, and it's a force to be reckoned with. Don't misunderstand me. But air power isn't the whole war. They're going to have to come down here. They're going to have to come down here. And when they do, they're mine. All right? Simple as that. They want me, they're going to have to come down here. Because I ain't giving up easily. They're reptiles, Yaz. They're reptiles. For God's sake, they're reptiles. Go stand next to an alligator and see what happens to you. Okay? Just because they have intellect does not mean they have empathy or understanding or compassion or leniency. Those are mammalian traits. These are reptiles. They think differently. They do not think like you and I. Okay? Get that in your head. Because you end up being reptile food if you don't. Let me see here. Let's see what we got here. Police department in Scotland. Don't bother. I already know who it is. Scottish Police Service website. Central Scotland Police. All right. Where's the contact us? There we go. Contact us.
Morning.
Good morning, dear. All right. Let's see here.
I couldn't sleep.
You couldn't sleep. Well, did my music wake you?
Mousy staggers up from the bed beside him, listening to trying to sleep. Good morning. Did my radio wake you? Yeah, it was the radio, Vaughn.
No.
Oh, okay, good.
I was dreaming I was at my grandmother's house and
Dreaming you was at your grandma's house.
that the house was haunted.
And that the house was haunted. Well,
Poltergeist.
you're all right. Let me see here. Falkirk, Grangemouth, Bowness, Madison, Denny, Stenhousemeyer, Camelon, and Bainsford. Let's see. Trying to remember how to do an international call.
Did you press 1? No, 0.
I think it's 001, right? For international.
Call may be recorded for quality purposes.
Yeah.
Welcome to Time Warner Cable. For service in English, press 1. Para servicio en español,
Okay.
enter the number you wish to call. Area code first.
I don't want an area code. I want to call international, you morons.
We did not receive.
Yeah, you did not receive. Yeah, and okay, let's try this again. I'll nix the international thing. 1, 3, 2, 4, 6, 3, 4, 2, 1, 2. See what I get. See if I can get
You have
international.
entered a restricted code.
Oh, I ran out of restricted code. Shit. 0044 is Great Britain. I need to call the Glasgow police. Glasgow. Okay. 0044. Okay. Well, I'm at the website. It says Central Scotland Police. It's 0044. Is that the international number I need to call first? Let's try. I'm tired of your shit, Mark Grona.
May be recorded for quality purposes.
I'm tired of your shit.
Welcome to Time Warner Cable. For service in English, press 1. Para servicio en español, oprima el 2. Please enter the number you wish to call. Area code first. Press 1 for a collect call. Press 2 for a third-party call. For rate information, person-to-person, and all other calls, press 0 for the operator.
What's really funny and actually aggravating about this whole scene is that he is sitting at the computer on the internet. As Von Helton would say, Google it. Anyways.
Stay on the line for assistance with your call. Someone came back here. How may I help you?
Yes, ma'am. I'm trying to call the Central Scotland Police in Scotland, and I have totally forgot how to make an international call. And I apologize for that. But I've totally forgotten how to make an international call. The telephone number for the Scottish Police is 01324.
I got the first part on here. Okay. 0134.
No, 01324, and then it's 634212.
I just need to verify the number 1324634212.
Yes, ma'am. And that's Scotland Police over in Scotland, Central Scotland Police.
Time working.
Yes.
Good morning, Central Police
Yes, ma'am. I'm hoping you can help me. My name is James Paul Von Helton, and I live here in America. And I have somebody on the internet that purports to be a Scottish citizen that is literally calling my phone number all hours of the day and night and harassing my family. Is there anything that you guys can do about that? I hope.
Well, the advice I would give to you, James, is you contact your local police. With that information, and you ask them to contact us. Now, where does this person live?
Supposedly he lives in Scotland.
Do you know where about in Scotland? Because we've got a few different forces.
Not offhand, ma'am. No, I don't.
Do you know what number he's phoning you from? That might give me a rough idea of what, zip code.
Well, he's using Skype to call me, so, I mean, he could put anything in there.
Right. What I would ask you to do is, you phone your local police,
all right,
all the information you have,
yes, ma'am,
and you ask them to investigate that, and then they should be able to track down what country and what town in Scotland that he's residing in.
Yes, ma'am. But now you do have laws against this type of activity, correct?
Yes, it's nuisance calls.
Nuisance calls. Okay. All righty. Well.
Okay. I mean, has he been threatening in any way, or?
It hasn't risen to that point yet, but it is.
I love how she's talking to him, like he's an old retarded man, which he is. She's talking. Oh my God, yes. Now, just to be clear out there, folks, this is not the infamous Scotland Yard phone call. That was a completely different incident where he talked to a guy on the phone that basically laughed at him. Because Vaughn, of course, thought if someone was in Scotland that you wanted to go after, you had to call Scotland Yard. This is after the fact where he's actually clued in that he actually has to call Scotland Police. So he's calling Scotland Central Police now. Oh, it gets better.
I have 3 young children, ma'am. And here in the States, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. Okay? And he just...
Now, listen. I love how he spins this, right? Like he's not already up at 5 in the morning, and it's going to be the phone ringing that wakes the kids up, not him screaming at the computer monitor for like 4 hours straight. No.
Just got through calling using Skype. He just got through calling me several times, and I got kids that need your rest.
He said what he's phoning for.
He's just some hater I got on the internet. He don't like me. He don't like my opinions, and so he's calling and harassing me.
Right, well, that's absolutely a nuisance call. So you report that to your police force, and hopefully they'll investigate that and make further inquiry with Scotland.
Well, I appreciate your help, ma'am.
That's no problem at all, James. You take care now.
Thank you, ma'am.
So he's basically no farther ahead than when he started. Keep that in mind.
You hear me, Mark Gronin? You fat fuck? I'm going to get your ass arrested. You leave me alone. You hear me? You leave me the fuck alone, asshole. I will get you arrested. Now, you heard what she said. It is a crime. Now, look at this dumbass. Look at this dumbass. You're a dumbass, Mark Gronin. I just called the fucking police department. You're a dumbass. No, I ain't answering it. He's a fucking tard. I ain't answering it. He's already left several messages on my answering machine. I don't need anything else. I don't need anything else. I've already got a ton of his messages on my answering machine. All I got to do is play them back. Now look at this fool. I just got through calling the goddamn police on his ass and he calls again. You're a moron, Mark. You're a fucking moron. Here, hang this up. You're a fucking moron. I'm going to get your ass arrested, you dumb fuck. It's Glasgow. Well, I'm sure Scotland will be able to forward it to the proper area in Scotland. I'm hoping that the Scottish authorities can forward the call to the proper department. Okay, that's on them. All right. My job is just to get the motherfucker to leave me the fuck alone. I've already got tons of his messages on my answering machine. All the proof I need that he's calling here. Got tons of his messages on my answering machine. I don't need any more proof. That's correct. I can subpoena spoof card for their logs. That's correct. I can. I'll tell you something else, too. I can contact Skype and have Skype to investigate it, too. Bet on that shit. Bet on it. But now you heard the lady, same as I did. It is against the law to make calls to my home all hours of the day and night. That's called a nuisance law. Okay? Yes, he won't go to jail for years, but at least it'll get him off my back if he goes to jail, or at least gets to talk to a barrister. How would you like to talk to a barrister, Mr. Mark Groening? I wonder what what questions he might have for you. Like, why are you fucking around with some idiot in America? Number one, that ain't got nothing to do with you. You don't call somebody's house and harass them, fool. There's laws against that shit. Idiot. Fucking idiot. Anyway, I lost my place on my music here. Let's see. Well, I'll start out with something easy. Al Stewart, The Year of the Cat.
Oh, folks. Oh yeah, this part's funny. I was trying to remember what I left on the end here. I just found it humorous. Check it out.
All right.
He's making his Christmas list,
Got
trolls.
the pertinent information for Mr. Brent Cross and Mr. Sean Merriman. And so I will submit this to the...
So check, this is his legal document, folks. So,
Today, ladies and gentlemen, not a week from now, not a month. And so I will submit this.
Right there. Actually, I'm going to get a better shot. Look at this fucking ratty, tore up piece of paper. He's literally ripped a page out of a do-a-thing or something and scribbled down some information in pencil or whatever on a sheet. That's his legal document he's going to court with, folks. Right there. You're all in trouble. That's like Santa's list. That's the naughty list, folks. Look out. That's his legal document. Oh my goodness. Whew, we made it through that one. There's some good. We got better coming though. Condensed down, a little shorter, but better. Quality over quantity, folks. That's 2012 in a nutshell. Now you got to remember 2011 was the first time he got his kids taken away. That's when they showed up at Christmas and stuff. We're going to get to that in a sec. We're going to talk a little bit about that. I thought we'd take a little bit of a break because nothing says Christmas more than being out in the mall and watching crazy Christians fight. Now, I'm not saying Christians. I'm saying crazy Christians, like crazy people that claim to be Christians. So our resident Christian nut job, Tila Tequila, put out a video last week where apparently she got in some altercation at a mall with some Hebrew Israelites. Now, Omni Eris played a little bit of this on his Hangout on the weekend when Drag was in there. And we're not going to spend too much time on it because she's topped that. She's went beyond that since. I mean, this is someone who posts multiple videos daily. Don't got time to go through everything. But I want to touch a little bit on this next video because what blows my mind, to put it in context, right? Apparently she's seen these people at the mall. This is all premeditated, right? Went home, got her children, her two little girls, packed them in the car, went back to the mall, had a confrontation with these people in front of her children, packed them back up into the vehicle, and then made a video on the way home ranting and raving about the incident in front of her children. childhood trauma. Like, it's amazing. So I just want to see the context. Let's watch the first video. And like I said, we're going to top it here in a sec. This should be it.
Yeah.
All right. And it's important to note too, folks, that she has changed her name on YouTube once again. Tila Tequila obviously isn't her real name, but she had changed it to Tornado Tien, I believe is how you say it. Now it is the one and only Mrs. Jesus Christ, a.k.a. Tornado Tien. She stepped it up a notch, but I have noticed she's been wearing makeup again. Now listen, I'm not one that pushes for makeup. I mean, I get it. Women do it to enhance their features, and I do think that women look attractive when they have their makeup done well and stuff. But I would never insist on someone wearing makeup, just because for me it's such a foreign concept. Like, I couldn't imagine going out every day with fucking paint on my face. I mean, guys, we just accept that we're ugly. Like, we get over it. It's just like, well, there's the cards I'm dealt, you know. But that aside, apparently her husband, Jesus, has told her to pull her shit together because she's been doing her hair and wearing makeup lately. But this is her coming back from the mall. I do apologize if the volume's a little low. It's on her side, not mine. I didn't get time to edit it. But we're just going to touch on it for a second. Because like I said, we're going to top this in a second. Is it possible that someone who is already batshit crazy can actually top that batshit crazy? I say yes. And this is video evidence. Okay, so this was last week.
Talk for too long because I'm driving. But I hope y'all can see me. And so anyway, so I decided to take the girls out tonight to remember how I told you a long time ago I went to the mall and there's like these 4 black guys that stand around, these undercover Freemasons pretending to be like Christians, but they're like causing all kinds of like discord and talking about God is black and Jesus was black and, you know, and putting up all these pictures of like, you know, just so it's like very anti-Christ kind of spirit, you know, like false prophet spirits. And I told y'all a long time ago, remember when I went there ready to like battle with these guys because they're just, you know, I need to uproot them from the land because ain't nobody is, you know, openly rebuking them or anything because, you know, they don't know anything. So I guess the Lord led me back tonight because, you know, I was just showing the girls the Christmas lights. And I was like, oh, look who's here tonight. Those 4 guys, you know, they're standing around like, you know, yeah.
Oh, I was just that with the kids looking at Christmas lights, and I saw these guys I had a confrontation with. So I said, fuck, come on, kids. Let's go over to these strangers, this group of men that I think are demons and devils, and, you know, let's spread some Christianly Christmas love.
No, they were not ready for the bride of Jesus Christ to come and like put a smackdown on them. They were not ready, bro. And so here I am in my little pigtails and my ponytail with my 2 daughters looking all like harmless and cute and small. And you would never expect it to come from someone like me. But that's, you know, God uses people like me to take down those who think they're, you know, wise and powerful or whatever. So let me tell you a funny story of what happened. So I didn't realize it was Friday 13th. So I was standing there taking pictures with Isabella when all of a sudden, I guess Jesus wanted me to rebuke them because Isabella kept saying, Mommy, what's that? And I was taking pictures with Annabelle and I looked over. I was like, oh, it's those guys from last time. I was looking for them and they were not there. But here they are again. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I went over there and I was like pretending like I didn't know what I was doing, you know, pretending to see what they're talking about before I put a smackdown on them. So I went over there. I was like, oh, hey, gentlemen, what's going on here? Like, what do you have here? And that's how I said in that voice, too. I said, oh, what's going on here, gentlemen? How are you doing? What's all this about? You know, giving them a chance to explain themselves. But they're so proud, you know, and arrogant. They didn't even look me in the face. They didn't even bother to answer my question. You know, that's how you know they're not from God because there's no love in them whatsoever. And that was Satan's cohorts. He knew who I was. He knew who I am. He knows who I am. So I said, oh, what's going on, gentlemen? Can you explain to me what this is? And they just looked straight ahead, all proud. And, yeah, the false prophets, they're, you know, spreading lies to people, telling everybody Jesus is black and spewing out hatred. And I said, is there and they didn't answer my question, you know, when I asked, I said, what's going on, gentlemen? Can you explain to me what this is about? They just looked straight ahead, bro. So I said, but I was still nice. So I said, a reason, gentlemen, why you're causing discord, around Christmas time in the body of Christ? And right then when I start speaking, because, I'm very anointed, and
so just so we have it straight, she went out of her way. She's admitting that she's been gunning for these guys ever since she saw them. She was disappointed that she went out and couldn't find them. But now she's out with her kids and found them. She drags them over for a confrontation and accuses them of basically stirring the pot, of sowing discord at the holiday season. A little bit more, just a little bit more, because the hypocrisy, folks. The hypocrisy is just, we're dealing with crazy people, right? But let's keep going.
demons out of there start coming out, and I said, because I ain't scared of them. There's 4 of them, and one of me and my 2 babies, and everybody was watching, because I started getting loud. Y'all know me, I'm loud, but I didn't start off loud. I said, why you starting discord? As the Lord says, do not cause discord amongst brethren in the body of Christ. The Lord hates those who cause discord and sows strife in the body of Christ. Why? Is there a reason why you're sowing discord? And he's like, where? Show me. Is there a Bible verse? I said, oh, no problem. So I got my phone to get the verse out, and as soon as I whipped it out and started reading it to them, they all came against me. Like all 4 of them tried to rebuke me, calling me the devil and speaking over me, and they would not let me read the verse. About when God says, do not, the Lord hates. There's 7 things the Lord hates, and one of them is those who cause discord amongst brethren. And another verse in Romans, I was reading it to them. I said, excuse me, sir. You asked me to read you the Bible verse if there was one that says that. He's like, where's the Bible? He was not prepared to encounter the bride of Christ. And he's like, do you know the Sabbath day? Like, he starts talking all foolishness because they were not prepared. They thought they were dealing with like regular, humans, not anybody contesting them or challenging them, not realizing Jesus Christ sent his wife to go whoop some butt. So, and I said, why don't you listen to me? Because you asked me what verse that is, and I just try to read it to you. Why are you so rude to talk over me? You asked me to show you this verse. And then he said, I don't have to answer to you. And I said, you asked me what verse it was. And then all 4 of them start chanting to me, we rebuke the devil. We rebuke the devil. And I just stood there, and then everybody's staring, and I said, these guys are foolish. They are the devil. But I was like, that's why you're in darkness. And after they're done chanting to me, all 4 of them against me, 1 4'9" woman, and I said, are y'all done? Because I'm still here. Obviously, y'all ain't rebuked me because you are the devil. And then I started speaking in tongues to them and put them to shame. And then he started talking about he was so.
I'm imagining this whole thing going down.
He's like, the woman is supposed to where's your head wrap? And I'm like, okay, Pharisee, okay, legalist, and I started telling everybody. I said, listen, these guys are not from Christ. They're here condemning everybody. I said, Jesus Christ.
So, imagine, if you will, these 2 sides of crazy. She's claiming them of being devils. They're claiming her of being the devil. She starts gibbering in tongues and bouncing up and down and being all loud. They're screaming at her where her headscarf is. Both of them are just mad at each other because they don't pick and choose the same verses from the fucking same book. Oh, my goodness. Anyways, we could pick through this, but I want to get to the next one because this is where things start taking a dark turn here, folks. There's been she's brought this type of stuff up before, but recently there seems to be a theme to her videos. Now, this was released the end of last week. This one, the next one, was just released a day or 2 ago. And you can kind of see where we're going with this. This one is, anyone who has judged me has been sentenced to death.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'm going to make this real fast and like crazy kids. So, a real quick word. I know y'all hear this all the time. The no weapons formed against me shall prosper. Every tongue that rises up against me in judgment, I shall condemn. And I think people, yes, you're all going to die. And it already happened. I mean, look at what's his face. I keep telling y'all this. Like, his entire family, every single one of them, they're dead. And then when he had his granddaughter, when I was around, when she was first born, she was always choking, bro. Like she was always choking in her sleep, like, you know, constantly choking to death because, you know, death sentence placed on them. But so let me tell you the definition of condemned in case y'all don't know, because y'all hear that verse all the time. And listen, this type of authority, it does not belong to the lukewarm Christians, you know, all these Christians, like they don't have authority over anyone. This type of authority is pertaining to the bride of Christ and all the saints. All the saints. Now the saints are, you know, the set apart ones, the ones that are have been hidden. You know, they're not in the world. You're not going to see them up in the churches anywhere. These are the saints and the bride of Christ. So we have the power and authority. The saints are the ones who judge the world, and we judge all the fallen angels as well. So every single person who has risen up against me in judgment, I have condemned you to the death sentence. Now, if you look up the word condemn in the dictionary, what does it say? It says to declare to be reprehensible, wrong, or evil, usually after weighing evidence and without reservation, to pronounce guilty, to convict, to sentence, condemn a prisoner to die, a death sentence. Now, why do you think in Texas we have the most death sentences out of all the states in America? Because the bride of Christ is here. So it's a earthen manifestation of what's going on in the heavens, because I have already convicted all of you. You all have been condemned to die, the death sentence. You're a prisoner. You know, whoever blasphemes against the Holy Spirit of truth. Look, as I start preaching, look at that. The crazy storms start coming. Like, yes, amen. Because, you know, this type of power and authority goes to the bride of Christ. You know, it's not just for no regular Joe Schmo that, you know, living all like their worldly lives, thinking they can go around condemning people. I had this funny vision pop up into my mind the other day when I was talking about like cussing and all that. And the Lord showed me this funny vision. He says, this is what it looks like when the worldly Christians try to like pray for people or cast out demons. Like, I'm going to try not to cuss, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it just so y'all see what it looks like. So these are the lukewarm Christians and the worldly Christians trying to cast out devils out of people. And they're like, in the name of Jesus, get the fuck out of this person. Like, I started laughing, bro. I was like, this is true. That's why they don't have no power and authority, because they're filthy, just like the demons are trying to cast out of other people, but they are also a demon. So they're like, in the name of Jesus, get the fuck out. You can't tell nobody to get out. So that's what it looks like. Y'all better not do that. Yeah, that's what it looks like for these worldly Christians, you know, when they try to be all holy and cast out demons or pray for somebody. Like, they ain't got no power. That there's no signs and wonders in their ministry or in wherever they hang out at, because that's, you know, you can't cast out a demon when you also are a demon. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't work that way. But it's funny because Father God showed me that. I started laughing. You know, all these like people just like, in the name of Jesus, I command you, get the fuck out of this person. Like, so excuse my language. I just wanted to show y'all the impact of what that actually looks like and how foolish it looks. But the death sentence, so the bride and all the saints, this is pertaining to the bride and, you know, anyone who blasphemes against me, the Holy Spirit of truth, because it's the Spirit of God. It's not, you know, it is the other half of God. So that's why it's such a higher authority, higher power. Look, whenever I preach, do y'all hear that? Like, did you see all the storm just roll by? That's so crazy. So I just want to let y'all know that, because sometimes we hear so many verses that it becomes kind of like you don't hear it anymore, because everybody in the church is like, now happens, for it against me, it's not prosper. But, you know, ain't nobody in the church, not many people in the church.
All right, so we get the point here. Holy God. She goes on and she's yelling. She's always yelling. I don't know what she's yelling about, but yeah, so she's cray-cray. She's going, I think, even a little bit over the edge here. Now she's condemning all her critics to death. Thank you, Mrs. Christ, Mrs. Jesus. Nothing says the holidays more than the wife of Jesus Christ condemning humanity to a painful, agonizing death. But it gets even creepier, folks. I mean, we could skip through this. This is a show in itself. This is all kinds of crazy going on farther up the line here. We could do that. But I want to move on to something else. But I think it was just, well, technically yesterday because we're after the midnight mark here. But this was just released hours ago. And this is where it gets really concerning, folks. And that's it. That's the video. 16 seconds. She posted that today. Now, I don't want to overreact. I don't want to be one of those people. But she's dragging her kids around, getting in altercations, screaming like a lunatic. Now talking about condemning everyone to death. And she wants to kill the whole world. I'm just hoping we're not reading that Christmas. I mean, I'm not making a joke out of this. I'm just saying, I'm hoping in the paper, the headlines at Christmas isn't, you know, former reality wannabe star Tila Tequila was among the bodies found at the pier, you know, after she drove her fucking car off at midnight or something. I don't want to put ideas on it. That's fucking weird. She's going dark, folks. This whole thing's going fucking dark. But on a lighter note, this Heineken is going down sweetly. We still got some Von Helton to do here, folks. How you feeling out there? Just thought we needed a little break, a little change of scenery once in a while, break it up a bit. But so this one's not as long. It is from 2012 as well, December. I'm not sure what day exactly, but this is the hangout where he threatened CPS that he's going to shoot him. Now, what's interesting, and now I wanted to post this again. It's not very long, but I did want to post it unedited in context because this is a perfect exposition. See, one thing Von Helton is good at, mid-sentence, that motherfucker can pivot. He is one of the best. He's like the Michael Jackson of backpedalers, right? So he starts out clearly. I'm going to walk you through this, but I think it's pretty evident. He makes it pretty clear. He starts out by talking about how CPS took his kids the Christmas before, and that if anyone shows up on his doorstep this Christmas Eve, he's going to shoot him. But then he quickly says, well, actually, he says something else in there that we'll touch on when we see it. But he quickly realizes what he says and then says, in self-defense. Then he makes the case that the judge has ruled that CPS can never bother him again. Even though it's been, what, like 10 times, 9 times? Right? So that's bullshit. But anyways, he makes the claim that the judge orders the CPS cannot bother Von Helton again. So if they show up, that would be kidnapping. And he would have a right to defend his children, a.k.a. shoot CPS. He makes that case. Then someone in the chat mentions you can't shoot at them. They're going to be escorted by police. And Von claims he never said he was going to shoot CPS. Then blames the trolls and says that the trolls will take the video, twist it to make it sound like he's trying to shoot CPS, even though this is live, folks. And that he's going to show this video, the very video where he admits he wants to shoot CPS. He's going to offer that as evidence that he never wanted to shoot CPS. I know it's mind-boggling. We're going to work you through it. So here we go, folks, in context, because I do not want to be accused of hacking this up. I want you to see this. This is world-class pivoting. This is Christmas 2012, folks.
Is it the truth that the haters called CPS on Christmas Eve? Yes, it is absolute truth. The haters on YouTube called CPS to come to my home on Christmas Eve and take my children. It is absolute truth. And by the way, just so you know, the judge was pissed off when he heard about that. Okay? Just so you know that shit. So, for the twins, it will be. For Layla, it'll be 2 years. Layla's 2 years old. Or, no, Layla will be 3. Layla will be 3 years old next June. And the twins will be 2 years old next June. Yeah, they did that. Are they still calling CPS? Well, if they are, they're filing a false report, which is a felony. So if they're still calling CPS, then they're filing false reports. Well, I'm going to try to have a Christmas this year. But if some motherfucker comes to my door this Christmas, I'm going to shoot their ass.
Listen.
I'm going to swear up and down they tried to do me harm, and I'm going to shoot them in self-defense.
Now, he adds a self-defense right there, but to hear what he just said, I'm going to back that up. If anybody comes to my door, he's going to shoot him, and then he's going to swear up and down they're trying to harm him. So he's basically saying, I'm going to shoot him no matter what, and I'll just make up some shit they're here to harass me. But then he realizes what he says and then says, in self-defense. Let me back that up just a touch. Let's go.
I'm going to swear up and down they tried to do me harm, and I'm going to shoot them. In self-defense, of course. Because I'm tired of this bullshit. And it seems that I've got to go all the way to Frankfurt. I've got to go all the fucking way to Frankfurt just to get these fuckers thrown in jail. What a load of shit that is, man. That is such a load of shit. Well, gee, Vaughn, how far away is Frankfurt? Well, let's put it this way. I have to drive all the way to Frankfurt. I could be knocking on his door easier than it would be to drive to Frankfurt. Yeah, make sure you drag the body inside the house. That's right. Yes, you figured it out, my ass. Names in Kentucky are either British or German. That's correct. The names of cities in Kentucky are either German or British. For example, we have a Frankfort, Kentucky. We have a Bonn, Kentucky. We have a London, Kentucky. We have a Manchester, Kentucky. We have a Somerset, Kentucky. Why do I don't want your number. I was going to say, I never asked you for your number. No, I wouldn't kill somebody and lie about it. I would kill somebody because they posed a threat to my children. Get it straight, men's rear.
Okay, just so everybody's on the same page, I just want it on the record. I'm not mishearing this, right? We're pretty clear that he said he's willing to shoot and kill people that come to his house in the name of defense, right? Like, we're pretty clear that's exactly what he's saying. He's saying this Christmas, if anybody comes for my kids, CPS, I'm going to kill them in the name of defending my children. Are we all clear on that? He's not talking about asking them to leave the property. He's not asking, he's not talking about barring the entrance to the house. I think we're all hearing the same thing here, right? All right, let's keep moving forward.
I'm going to call you men's rear. Sorry. That's what it looks like to me. Yes, Possum Trot is also in Kentucky, but I don't think Possum Trot is British or German, is it? I have a right to defend my children, guys. Sorry about your luck, but I have a right to defend my children. Why do I think it's men's rears? Because of all the fucking trolls I get in this room. That's why.
I just also want to point out, I think it's funny that he reads this name as men's rears. And he's convinced he's a troll. Yet there's someone posting in the chat called my ass. And he has no problem with them. But notice now he's building his case. Why he has the right to shoot the CPS workers. Keep listening.
Yes, I would. And I would be right, men's rear. You think somebody taking my kids out of my home isn't putting them in danger, imminent danger? I do. Look what Positive did. He took you off of the subject. He's a disinfo agent. I don't know. Maybe. Where is positive anyway? Oh, there it is. Yes, it is, men's rear, because if they're knocking on my door, they're doing so with the purpose of taking my children. And this time, if they steal my children, it's kidnapping. Let's be clear, folks. If they come to my door this time to take my kids, it's kidnapping. Would you think I'm going to stand by and let someone kidnap my children? No, I'm not, am I? Would you stand by and let somebody kidnap your children? No, of course you wouldn't, would you? You know how I know it's kidnapping? Because the judge has already ruled on this. Judge has already ruled on this. Judge, this shit is over. Yes, if somebody comes to my home and they want to take my children, I'm well within my right to defend my home. You damn right. If it's a Girl Scout selling cookies, then I'm obviously not going to shoot them. Quit talking stupid talk, men's rear. Now you are being an ass. Obviously, a Girl Scout selling cookies poses no threat to my children. You're not listening. You got selective hearing. Yes, horror girl, they took my kids on Christmas Eve, and if they do so again, they might find me in a very upset position. So they better not try it again this year, because if they do...
So we're all clear what he's saying here, though, folks, right? Like, we are on the same page here. I'm not hearing things. He's reiterating, right? Everything that he just built a case for. Okay.
I will defend my children. Are we clear on that? I will defend my children if they try to come out here and steal my fucking kids again on Christmas Eve. They better not do it. They better not do it. Because if they do, they're going to find me very upset. Guaranteed. I'm not intending to shoot the CPS, but I am intending to have her ass arrested.
What? Whoa, 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 back up. What happened? Well, someone posted, Vaughn, don't shoot at CPS. They have cops. Now Vaughn's like, oh, I'm not shooting them. I'm just going to call the FBI. What? He didn't say that. No, motherfucker. You see how quick it gets in the spin job here, folks. This is greasy. The motherfucker spins mid-sentence. No, he didn't. What? CPS who? I didn't say I was going to shoot anybody. Yeah, let's rewind that a little bit. We're going to take that back. Watch this motherfucker. Soon as it's posted right here, Vaughn, don't shoot at CPS. They have cops. A switch, click, goes in his head, and that motherfucker spun on a word, man. Let's put this back just a little bit. Watch. Because I'll put it back here. Fuck it. Because he makes it pretty goddamn clear what he's going to do Christmas Eve if someone darkens his doorway.
They better not do it. They better not do it. Because if they do, they're going to find me very upset.
Mm-hmm.
Guaranteed.
Yep.
I'm not intending to shoot the CPS.
Oh.
But I am intending to have her ass arrested.
Oh. I don't remember him saying that. Oh, now we're in the second half of it. He never said shit about shooting.
I'm going to have her ass arrested. I'll have the fucking FBI here to arrest her fucking ass. Oh, we go to the state police. Okay, well, fine. You go to the state police. I'll have the FBI here to arrest you. Don't matter to me. I'll fucking call Homeland Security if I have to. But there ain't nobody taking my kid on Christmas Eve, or my kids.
Homeland Security, folks.
And
listen, stop.
It's not going.
Stop. Come on. Oh, okay. I don't remember him mentioning any of this shit in the first half of this fucking video. I do remember him saying he'll shoot anybody that comes to his house and make up a story they're harassing him And he has the right to shoot them because they would be technically kidnapping his kids. But now he never said that, folks. He said he was going to get Homeland Security involved. Okay.
Going to fucking happen. Okay? It's not going to fucking happen. No, you can't call the sheriff. Men's Rear, are you trying to intentionally get me in trouble? You're making a YouTube video, aren't you, Men's Rear? Here, I got a message for that. Yeah, get the fuck out of my room. You're trying to make a YouTube video, aren't you, Men's Rear? Yeah, let's make a YouTube video about him saying he's going to shoot people and then try to get him in trouble. No. Right? Yeah.
He asked you to reiterate what you had just rambled about for over 5 minutes, that you were going to shoot CPS. That's all he did. Now he's blaming the troll. The trolls are manipulating the narrative now, folks, because he ain't never said that.
Nice try, asshole.
Nice try.
Nice try. No, you can't call the sheriff. The sheriff is in the pocket of CPS. But don't worry, folks. CPS ain't allowed out here. Because if they come back out here again, I'm calling the judge personally. The judge has made it clear. They're to leave me the fuck alone. If they don't leave me the fuck alone, I call the judge and I get their ass in trouble. Simple as that.
Oh, see how that's changed, folks?
I will not be shooting CPS. I never said I would be shooting CPS. That's a fucking lie.
No, you did. You just listened to you.
How many kids do I have? I have 3.
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
By the way, I'm recording this too.
Oh,
so
listen to this.
If you make a YouTube video and chop the shit up, you hear me, trolls?
Okay, this is important. Keep note of this. He claims that he happens to be recording this too. So you better not use this video against him, because he'll post the video where he admits to wanting to shoot CPS if they show up at his house. He's somehow going to use that as evidence. That's fucked up. Anyways, but just keep the recording part. This is another compulsive lie, because he fucking calls himself on it in the same conversation coming up here. Watch. So he claims he's recording this right now as his defense.
Are you hearing me, trolls? You make a YouTube video about this shit, I'm going to have the original. So it ain't going to do you no good to chop it all up and make a hate video. It won't do you a bit of good. No, I don't know how it came. I was just sitting, and by the way, trolls, listen to me. Let me make it clear. I'm recording this, okay? So if you try to post a YouTube video and chop it up and make me sound like I'm shooting CPS workers, I'm going to post the original where I clearly state that I am not, okay? So go on ahead and make your fucking hate video, because I'll be posting the original.
The original where he admits that he wants to shoot CPS.
Horror Girl, you have an ignore button in your PMs. Use it. You have an ignore button in your PMs.
So twice now he's claimed he's recording. That's important,
in fact,
folks.
Let me record this now.
Oh.
All right. The haters and trolls will be making a hate video of this show to make it sound like I intend to shoot.
Oh. I'll put it back.
In fact, let me record this now.
Oh, so now he's recording.
The haters and trolls will be making a hate video of this show to make it sound like I intend to shoot CPS workers. I do not intend to shoot CPS workers at all. I do not intend to shoot CPS workers at all. And if the trolls and haters make a hate video, I am posting this video as a rebuttal to their hate video.
So basically, if anyone posts the live broadcast where he just said he was going to shoot CPS and he had a right to, because by a judge order it would be kidnapping, his defense is putting up video saying, no, I didn't say that. That video that you just watched me saying that, no. It wasn't me. It must have been his clone.
Are we clear on that, trolls and haters? Y'all get that shit? You post on YouTube and you cut it all up to make it sound like I'm shooting CPS workers or that I'm going to shoot a CPS worker. Yeah, I'm posting this video now categorically against your video. Okay? Are we all clear on that? I have not, nor do I intend to shoot any CPS worker.
That's not what you said. You blatantly said you were. You had a right to.
Are we clear on that shit?
Crystal.
Anybody not fucking understand what I'm saying?
Mm.
So now if you make a hate video of this show and cut it up and make it sound like I'm trying to shoot CPS workers, yeah, I'm posting this video as a rebuttal.
That's right. It was deep fake technology back in 2012,
I did not even imply that. I was talking about strangers. I was not talking about CPS workers.
Mm. So what? He was the court ordered that strangers showing up at your house trying to take your children and kidnapping? Well, no shit, Sherlock. We all heard it. I don't want to have to drag us through it again, but we all heard it. I think it was pretty obvious what he was talking about, folks. Aye. Just gets nuttier here from here, kiddos. Just it's not even words to explain. How y'all feeling out there? We still got quite a few people hanging out. I do appreciate it. Happy holidays. For anybody coming late, I just want you to know that next week I don't plan on doing a hangout on Thursday. Probably taking it off. There may be an impromptu one thrown up. I don't know, but I'm not planning on it. We are doing a year in review. That's going to come out the week of New Year's. I'm probably going to push it up to a Wednesday and do it on the 1st because I got plans on the 2nd. Just letting y'all know. Anyone wants to participate, be there or be square. What do we got cooking next? I think it's time to kind of move it up. We've been dwelling on the lulls past quite a bit here. We got to get the show moving along. People got lives. People got things to do. But I'll catch the second shift coming in. My European friends usually show up at the end of it. So maybe they'll catch a little bit of this. But my goodness. My goodness. You know what? Let's take a little break. Let's have another reading. And now, at the foots of the Parliament building here in Canada, another classic to cap off the post-golden era of Von Helton as we move forward, onward, closer to the present. Folks, I give to you the Kentucky Grinch. And now, from Parliament Hill, the annual Christmas reading by the King of Canada. Atop of Mount Trashmore in the hills of Kentucky, there lives a poor soul who life's left unlucky. His name is Von Grinch, and he hates this season, claiming the troll's his number one reason. Those fuckers harass me and call me all night. They say I'm a nutter and in my head I ain't right. Well, whatever the reason, we never may know, but he hated the trolls in the village below, staring down from his trailer with a greasy Grinch frown. He could name every hater down in that town. Those trolls down in Trollville think they're so smart. I'm done with their shit, I'll tear them apart. Get out here, mouse, come hear this racket. They're so full of joy, my stomach can't hack it. With their shrieks, squeaks, and squeals racing round on their wheels. They'll troll with jing-tanglers tied to their heels. They'll blow their flute flugers, they'll bang their ta tinkers. I can't stand the noise of those so-called free thinkers. And they're hanging their stockings, he snarled with a sneer. Tomorrow's Christmas, it's practically here. Stroking his beard, his fingers nervously tugging. I must find a way to keep Christmas from coming. Mouse, don't fuss with the kids and keep up if you can. We ain't got much time to come up with a plan. He thought and he thought, plotted and schemed. I think this is harder than at first it had seemed. I know what to do, he laughed in his throat. I'll throw on this red hat and Santa Claus coat. With this suit and my sleigh, I'll look just like Saint Nick. But I'd need at least one reindeer to finish this trick. If I can't find a reindeer, I'll make one instead. Then he grabbed onto Mouse and tied a horn on her head. He said, that'll do, as he patted his chest. Now Mouse load the sleigh while I have a rest. Later that night, when all the trolls slept, he snuck into Trollville and quietly crept. Hurry up, Mouse. Go through the paces. I sure wish I could see the looks on their faces. He rang his hands together joyously, his black heart full of glee. Take everything Christmas, even the tree. And he took their jing-tanglers and Festivus gear, their hoo-hash roast beef and holiday cheer, their stockings, their doobies, and even their beer, and that big rubber dick for Icer the Queer. He didn't make a sound, nobody knew he was there. All the trolls asleep, dreaming, without a care. Faster, faster, he snarled at Mouse. We're almost all done, ahead's the last house. Stay here a moment, he quietly hissed. Then he hopped up to the rooftop with empty sacks in his fist. I'll open the back door when I get in. Then he slid down the chimney with a devilish grin. Well, he slithered and slunk with a smile most unpleasant around the whole room, and he took every present. That's it, Mousy. Now hook up the rope in the hoist. It was then he was interrupted by a soft, tender voice. Santa, what are you doing? Von shrieked, who are you? Oh, Santa, you should know me. I'm little Kelly Who. Why, hello, darling, he said with a glint in his eye. And right there on the spot, he thought up a lie. Kelly, my dear, this I swear is the truth. I must inspect all this stuff and make sure it's 2012 proof. With all that's coming, you'd best be prepared. If I didn't live in the mountains, I sure would be scared. Santa, I'm frightened of the horrors to come. Kelly, you should be. Let me rhyme you off some. Mind control chips, genetic mutations, 30-foot lizards, and zombie mutations. Earthquakes, tsunamis, the New World Order. I heard the Chinese are parked at the border. Sun flips and spaceships, rogue planets too. Just pray that you're ready and know what to do. So I'm taking this stuff to my workshop, Kelly, my dear, to make it doom-proof and bring it back here. Well, hurry, Santa, and use all your tricks. Whatever's wrong with these presents, I hope you can fix. Of course I can fix them. I came up with the stealth. Say, tell me, Kelly, are you here by yourself? My family all died long time ago. I'm here by myself with no place to go. Now, Von's a moron, but he's definitely sly, and again on the spot, he thought up a lie. Why, move in with me, it's better than dead, 3 hot in a cot, and sometimes my bed. Oh, Santa Von Helton, you dirty old perv. Kelly, my dear, please call me Irv. But Santa, I'm confused, isn't Mousy your wife? Well, think of her more as a partner through life. You see, my dear Kelly, I'm restoring my clan, and I need a few women to help me expand. You see, I've been privileged with a royal bloodline, which permits me to have 1 wife or even have 9. For a moment he paused, then he said, Kelly, honey, you wouldn't happen to have any money. Why, Santa, I'd love to help you expand, and when my folks passed away, I got 50 grand. Well, don't tell my mom, Kelly, my sweet, or she'll throw the bills square at our feet. He thought to himself, this is too good to be true. Say, Kelly, sweetheart, how old are you? I'm only 13, she answered the Grinch. Damn, that's too young. I'm sure to get pinched. He sighed with regret and helped her to bed, gave her some water, and patted her head. Okay, Mouse, it's back to the plan. We'll wait till the new year to find kin for our plan. And with that, they were off, up Mount Trashmore, all the way to the top. He wheezed, 10,000 feet, these presents will drop. Ho, ho, to the trolls, he was grinchingly humming. Wait till they find out no Christmas is coming. It's a shame about Kelly, that tight little tart. Her blue eyes and blonde hair have captured my heart. Oh, the fun and the games we could play. Damn it, he thought, there must be a way. Then Mousie squeaked, you know, Vaughn, her parents are dead. Then another sick scheme entered his head. By George, I've got it, he said with a grin as he tugged at the pubes on his greasy Grinch chin. I'll be her ward until she is legal. Quick, back to Trollville, we'll fly like an eagle. And then with the strength of 10,000 Heltons, he lifted the sleigh and proclaimed to the mountains, ah, damn with the trolls, my revenge can wait. I'll focus on Kelly and make her my mate. And soon every present was back as before. He gloated, I'll settle for 2 wives, but should really have more. At Kelly's they arrived and made quite a clatter. Little Kelly got up to see what's the matter. Kelly, my dear, I've got a plan, and I'd like to invite you to come join our clan. But first let's relax and smoke some hoo hash. We'll work out the details like what to do with your cash. And they smoked their hoo hash and decided to feast, but just before he could even carve the roast beast, out of the shadows a figure appeared. Vaughn stuck his neck out and grinchingly leered. My name's Chris Hansen. So glad we could meet. Now, if you don't mind, please have a seat. It's time to move up through the years, folks. We're moving up to 2015, more into the modern era, the present time. It's the war on Christmas. And Von Helton is the one-man army to take it on. Let's take a look.
The war on Christmas. I'm seeing it more and more as we get closer and closer to the holidays. There's a war on Christmas. And it looks like it's gathering steam, so, you know, I guess I want to kind of rally the troops, as it were, to try and defend the Christmas holiday, because it seems like every time I turn around, someone else is banning Christmas or whatever, so let's get into it. I've got a message for all the scumbags.
Now watch the gun.
Killers.
Watch the gun.
Haters of this world.
Watch the gun.
Evil must.
Okay, now I'm not a gun expert, so maybe Big C or some people out there know a little bit more about firearms than I do. But I'm pretty sure that's fucking bullets in the chamber. Now this is when people bring up the I pulled a gun on my wife incident. Von Helton claims now, as a revisionist, that this was a skit. No, because this is the skit he's talking about. Because if you back this up a little, I'm going to back it up just a touch. That camera is being held by someone. You can see it move around. It's not just his arm moving around holding a gun, because he's a weak man. It's if you watch very closely, that gun is not on a stand. Or sorry, that camera. Mouse is holding the camera. And he has a loaded gun pointed at her because he wanted to make it look real. Now, he claims the top chamber is missing bullets, right? That could possibly be the case. But that does not change the fact, even if that's true, that those motherfuckers, those chambers there have bullets in them. That is a loaded gun. He is pointing a loaded gun at his fucking wife holding the camera. Oh, man. It's a really surprising things didn't go worse there. Let's back it up just a touch. Just a touch. Watch carefully, folks.
I've got a message for all the scumbags, losers, killers, and haters of this world.
And I said he closed the closet door.
Evil must.
That's fucking bullets.
Punish.
Finger on the trigger, bullets. Yeah, exactly. It's a loaded fucking gun. Y'all remember these intros? Like I said, we are moving up into the modern era. Lul's Christmas. It's still Lul's past, but we're moving into the present. Slowly.
Okay. Like I said in my opening statement, there is a war on Christmas, apparently, and you're seeing it more and more in the news every day about how they're going after Christmas. And I just kind of wanted to rally the troops a little bit. Because it's getting kind of ridiculous. You know, Christmas, if you've been living under a rock, Christmas is an internationally recognized time of peace on earth, goodwill towards other men. You know, a time of gift giving, etc. All right, it's a time to be at peace, to you know, to relax, to not be at war with anyone. Folks, let me tell you something. During both World War I and World War II, they stopped fighting during the Christmas season. They did. They stopped fighting. When Christmas came, they stopped fighting. In fact, not only did they stop fighting, but they celebrated by drinking eggnog together. True. It's a true story. The Germans and the Americans literally stopped fighting and gathered around a Christmas tree and drank eggnog together and sang songs. It's true. Look it up if you don't believe me. And this happened in World War I and World War II, both. Christmas is internationally recognized time of peace and goodwill towards others, period. That is Christmas. That is what it means. All right? Whether you ascribe to Jesus or not is irrelevant, at least in what I'm trying to say. Okay? The fact is that it's internationally recognized as a time of peace and goodwill and gift giving, obviously, for the, you know, those that are into that. But, you know, I mean, that is what Christmas is all about. And I am incensed that anyone would be against a time of peace. Who out there is against a time of peace and a time of goodwill to others? Oh, atheists and Muslims. Those are the only people I can come up with.
That's right.
Atheists and Muslims. Remember a few years back when the
I have to admit, as an atheist, I've been working closely with the Muslims to put an end to Christmas. It's now going into 2020. We're not succeeding very well because Christmas is still around. God damn it, Von Helton.
Muslims wanted to ban Christmas. Remember that? Yeah. Yeah. So the atheists and the Muslims are the only ones I know of that are doing this shit. Running around trying to ban Christmas. An internationally recognized time of peace. Hey, atheists, I want to ask you, what the fuck is wrong with a time of peace? What's wrong with that? Are you a moron? Are you an idiot? You know, these atheists, especially here on YouTube, claim to be these great intellectual motherfuckers. But it seems to me like they're a bunch of dumbasses because they're wanting to get rid of an internationally recognized time of peace.
To be clear, when he says especially these ones on YouTube are the only ones that I guarantee he's ever talked to, that he's knowingly ever talked to.
Are you fucking brain dead, or is there something wrong with your brain that you would want to get rid of a celebration of peace? I mean, seriously. You know, this one teacher, it made the news. This one teacher, we're not going to have Christmas because Santa Claus was Saint Nicholas, and Saint Nicholas was a Christian priest, and so we. Yes, it's true that Santa Claus is Saint Nicholas. And in fact, there's even a controversy in Europe as to about where St. Nicholas was born. Some people, the Germans want to claim he was born in Germany. The Dutch claim he was born in their country. The Netherlands claim he was born in their country. And I think even the Romanians are trying to claim St. But, so there's a controversy about where St. Nicholas was born. But, okay, yeah, Santa Claus is based off St. Nicholas, which was a true person. So Santa Claus is real, guys. But the point is not necessarily Santa Claus. The point of Christmas is that it is an internationally recognized time of peace and goodwill to others. You're supposed to drop your weapons and be at peace just for a couple days, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Can you fucking manage to do that? I mean, shit. If the Germans and the Americans, who are sitting there literally shooting at each other, can drop their weapons on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day and have eggnog together and sing carols together around a Christmas tree, why can't everybody else? Why? 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 I think that's a valid question.
Newsflash, it is going into 2020, and as far as I'm aware, no one has stopped anyone from getting together with friends and family, caroling around a Christmas tree. Do people even do that anymore? But anyway, I mean, no law has been, you can listen, I can say it, Merry Christmas. Nobody is offended. Nobody is not, there is no law saying that you can't say Merry Christmas. Now, admittedly, over the years, the attitude has changed in public institutions because they want to be more inclusive. And certainly a shopping mall will say season's greetings or happy holidays because they know our customer base has changed over the years, that they have people of different faiths, like, they could be celebrating any number of Hanukkah or whatever the case may be. So instead of putting up billboards for every single fucking holiday, right, they're just happy holidays. That's become kind of the trend. But you can, the Canadian Tire right down the road from where I fucking live has Merry Christmas across the fucking top. I see this a lot. A lot of people are like, I don't care who it offends. I'm saying Merry Christmas. It might offend somebody somewhere, but the war on Christmas, folks, was born on Fox News by Bill O'Reilly. He literally, a few years ago, came out with this story. And they cherry pick a few things where maybe an atheist group is, I don't know, whatever. They're trying to fucking do something, right, where they want a public hall to say season's greetings instead of whatever. But it's just been so blown out of. There is no war on Christmas. If you want to celebrate Christmas, you put a nativity scene in your front lawn. You fucking douse baby Jesus and fucking your favorite alcohol. You do whatever you like. It's Christmas, right? It's still around. It's still a thing.
But in any event, the point of this is that the atheists and the Muslims need to put a muzzle on this shit. Because if you are fighting against Christmas, you're telling me that you don't like to be at peace. You don't like peace and goodwill to others. That's what you're telling me when you get out here and you rail against Christmas. You're telling me that you don't like peace and goodwill. Well, that makes you a fucking moron. Okay? Are we clear on that? Is there anybody not understanding what I'm saying here? If you don't like a time of peace and goodwill to others, then you are a fucking moron. Period. Okay? So anybody that's getting out here and railing against Christmas is a fucking moron. I don't get this. I'm really having a hard time dealing with this shit. Because now, like I said, I'm hearing it more and more every day as we get closer and closer to Christmas, you know. I'm banning Christmas. I'm banning Christmas. Okay, so you don't like peace and goodwill to others. Well, then you're a fucking moron. You know? I mean, seriously. Yeah. And where the hell are you, pagans? Have you all fucking crawled under a rock somewhere? We got Christmas too, you know. The Yule log, and many would claim that the Christmas tree is ours as well. Where the hell are all the pagans at? Have you all got muzzles on today? You know? Why don't you pagans, like me, speak up for Christmas and defend Christmas? It's our fucking holiday too. Actually, it's everybody's holiday because, like I said, it's an internationally recognized time of peace and goodwill to others. But forgoing that, you know, to the religious aspect of it, if you will, you know, we pagans have a stake in Christmas too. When some smarmy ass asshole gets up and says they're going to ban Christmas, I expect there to be 1,000 pagans stand up and say, fuck you, we're not banning Christmas. How about we do that? Where in the hell have all the pagans disappeared to? Have you all crawled under a fucking rock? Christmas is our holiday too, damn it. Speak up. Speak out. Folks, when you don't speak up, you lose shit. Okay? That's the truth. When you don't speak up about something, they'll take it away from you. They will. They'll take it away from you. You'll wake up one morning and there won't be a fucking Christmas because some idiot convinced the legislature to take the shit away. The only way you keep shit is by opening up your fucking mouth. I'm speaking to you, pagans. Christmas is our holiday too. Speak up, stand up, and defend Christmas, damn it. It's our holiday too. It ain't just the Christians' holiday. It's our holiday too. Speak up. But this is just such a load of shit. You know? An internationally recognized time of peace and goodwill to others. And very few people are going to speak up about it? Really? Really? What the fuck is going on, man? It's like I said a few years back. I feel like I'm living in fucking bizarre world, man. I mean, really. I feel like I'm living in fucking bizarre world. You know? What the fuck, man? Speak up for Christmas, damn it. Or you might wake up one morning and you ain't got no fucking holidays. Folks, if they can take away Christmas, what's next? Valentine's Day? Labor Day? Arbor Day? Well, hell, Arbor Day, Arbor Day, I think, is gone. I haven't heard anybody even talk about Arbor Day anymore. I think it's gone. And you know why it's gone? Because nobody spoke up. Nobody spoke up and said anything. And I think Arbor Day's gone. I don't hear people talking about it. I haven't. You know, we went through the whole year of 2015. Did you ever hear anybody mention Arbor Day? Because I haven't. If you don't speak up, you lose shit. Period. So speak up. Stand up. Let your voice be heard. Or you will lose everything you've got. That's the truth. Like it or not. But speak up and defend Christmas, damn it. I don't want to be the only pagan out here defending Christmas. Come on. Come on. Don't let me be the only pagan out here defending Christmas. Get up off your duff and make a goddamn video and defend Christmas. And then make sure Fox News gets a hold of it. Fox News don't want to put my videos out. I guess I got too much cursing in them or something. I don't know. But Fox News don't want to put my videos out. But I mean, seriously. Seriously, what the fuck is up with this shit? You don't like an internationally recognized time of peace and goodwill to others? Really? The only people I know that don't like it is the damn Muslims and atheists. Everybody else seems to like it pretty good. You know? Well, Von Helton, there's a lot of corporatism in it. What? So fucking what? That's not what the meaning of it is, though. That's not what the meaning of it is. The meaning of Christmas is an internationally recognized time of peace and goodwill to others. So do it. And defend it. Get up off your ass and make a video and make sure Fox News and CNN and all these other news outlets get it. Post it on their Facebook page. Here's my video defending Christmas. Put it on their Facebook page. Let them see it. Let them see you speaking out. Folks, the news media just not even a week ago, Fox News did anyway, said the number one reason why we don't know what the fuck's going on is because nobody tells us. They said that. They actually said that. So if you defend Christmas, if you want to defend an internationally recognized time of peace and goodwill to others, then speak up and make sure Fox gets a copy of your video, a link to your video. And CNN and MSNBC and ITN World News, Deutsche Welle, you know, whatever news media is in your area, make damn sure they see a link to your video defending Christmas. Okay? This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. We should be defending this holiday. Of all the holidays to defend, this is one we should be defending. Hello. You know, without question. We got to defend shit, man. We got to stick up. We got to stick up for shit. You know, we do. We got to stick up for things. Because if we don't, man, they'll take the shit away. They'll say, oh, well, you know, they haven't talked about it for a year. We'll just take it away. You know, like I said, anybody talk about Arbor Day all this year? I haven't heard of it. I haven't heard nobody talking about Arbor Day this year. I've been following the news pretty close.
Well, you know, because Von, he goes out and plants trees and shit. But listen, Von Helton is pretty animate about this, isn't he? He's pretty upset. You know, because a guy like Von Helton, he needs his Christmas holidays. He needs his downtime, right? He needs some time for him where he can just sit around and do nothing. So I see where he's coming from. For most of this, I'm pretty sure he just repeats himself. So we're going to move on. So that's 2015. We're getting closer to the present. Now, folks, it's important to note that Jesus may be the reason for the season, but 'tis the season for some e-bagging. Well, let's see what we got coming up. We're going to talk about a little bit of e-bagging here. So here we go. I want to thank Schneider's Handyman. I borrowed this clip from your channel, actually. This, I believe, is around 2017. So we're getting into the modern era. We'll count this as present. We'll see how Von has evolved. See, I'm hoping, like I said, folks, if you're just coming into this late, tonight's theme is kind of a page from Charles Dickens. This is A Christmas Carol. We're taking a look. We're getting visits from Lowellsmith's, the ghosts of Lowellsmith's past, right? So now we're moving into the ghost of Lowellsmith's present. And my hopes is that Von Helton will see this, and who knows? Maybe Christmas morning he'll awake a new man. I doubt it. I doubt it. But this is just blatant. There's no shame here, folks. Don't ever be mistaken that Von Helton has too much pride. Because he ain't even going to hide it. He's not even going to use the Cold War vet thing. I mean, it's bad enough when he's valor thieving and trying to, capitalize on it. I don't think he even tries in this video. He's just going right for it. Let's check it out.
Alrighty, folks. It's me again. I am currently under the weather thanks to Winter Storm Benji and Winter Storm oh shit, I forgot the name of the one that came after Benji. Anyway, because of those two winter storms, I am now sick as a dog with the flu or strep throat or whatever the hell is going around. I don't have any idea. I'm going to be pumping myself full of NyQuil. You can bet on that. Anyway, the reason I am here is because it seems like the gods have intervened and have punished VidMe, and so VidMe is no more. Do not mess with mine anointed. You know, I keep telling people I'm the teacher's pet of the gods. Nobody wants to believe me. And VidMe decided to ban me instead of banning the internet terrorists. And surprise, surprise, Sergeant Carter, VidMe is no more. They are closing shop. They said it's right on their website, closing down. So the gods have intervened on my behalf yet again. But so YouTube is losing advertisers like a sieve. VidMe is going down the toilet. So it is now more important than ever for you to give me your financial support so that I can keep putting out relevant content.
I just want to point out, you can tell this is a serious video because he actually closed his fucking closet door. This is a rarity, folks. Now, the bathroom door is still open, of course. Of course. But he's actually made an effort here, folks. Yeah, I got to say, you notice how much better it looks when he simply just closes the fucking closet door? God damn. It's like a new man. It's like he just fucking walked off the fucking Oprah Winfrey show or something. So this is serious business, folks. Arms crossed. It's not even a dirty plate.
That you need. I was the only one, folks. The only one that mentioned that it was the Muslim Brotherhood that did the Las Vegas massacre. I was the only one. There was nobody else. Everybody else was saying, oh, it's some white dude. Well, we found out the white dude is still alive and back to playing poker again. So it wasn't the white dude, obviously. But yeah, I mean, I was the only one. And of course, YouTube tried to ban me over it too, didn't they? You know, once you expose the dark underbelly of Islam, these social media entities get really pissed off for some reason. I don't know why. But anyways, the point is that I'm sick as a dog, and there is no financial support from either YouTube or VidMe now, because both of them are going down in flames. So now more than ever, I need your financial support, folks, and I will keep cranking out good stuff. You know, I need your support. The links are down below. For one-time gifts, leave it at PayPal. And for monthly gifts, you can leave those at Patreon. And
yeah, y'all better give to Von Helton because he takes a lot of time out of his busy fucking day to make these opinion videos that he thinks you should be paying for. You know, because he's got better things to do, like fucking race Hot Wheels by himself out in his barn.
Really, really do need your support in order to continue. I'm not bullshitting there. You say, well, Bon, you know, money's tight right now. Dude, I know. That's why I'm asking. Because I know money's tight, you know. That's exactly why I'm asking. I got to keep the lights on too, you know. And I've got some help coming, but that help is still a month or more away. So I'm going to need your help right now. A couple $100 sure would be a big help for me right now. So anyways, I don't mean to sound like I'm e-begging, because that's what the haters are. Oh, he's e-begging again. Well, I wouldn't be on here if I didn't need it. Okay. I wouldn't be asking if I didn't sincerely need your help. You know, I've got to keep the lights on, got to pay the bills, got to keep my internet going, that sort of thing. So until my financial wherewithal arrives, which, like I said, isn't for another month or so, I'm going to need your help.
Just welfare checking.
So any gift of any amount is fine. Of course, I want to remind you that if you give $1, the fees are over $1, so you basically won't be giving me anything. You'll basically be giving me a negative number. So you might want to make it at least $5. That way, at least I get something out of it. Okay, because I think the fee is like $1.30 something or whatever. So please at least give $5. That way, at least I get a little bit out of it. Okay. All right, that's going to do me. I don't want to belabor the point. Y'all have a pleasant day and a better tomorrow. And hopefully I will get over this cold.
All right, so you got the point here. Poor Von Helton's under the weather, blah, blah, blah. Poor me. You know, I live on government assistance. I haven't worked in 25 years. because they'll take money for a kid that I refuse to support. My mom pays the rent. I basically don't have any bills. Will you please give me some money? Please? But you know, what goes around comes around. You got to be fair with everybody. And just because we like someone doesn't mean we can't call them out for being a bit of a mooch themselves. Well, everyone's favorite mooch, King Cobra, he got his cock slapped the other day. Now listen, he's not the same as Vaughn. And he does try to do things to make money. But listen, and I have nothing against if you want to throw the guy a few quid. He's a likable guy. But I'm just saying, I've seen the guy on a Facebook live hangout, or video, I guess, say that he needs money and that he's going to go over to YouTube and make money. And then the cocksucker shows up on YouTube like 5 minutes later and he pulls the whole, I'm just waiting on my YouTube money. That's okay. I got a few things. I got leftover pizza in the fridge. I can live on that for a couple of days. That's cool. That's cool. And all of a sudden people start throwing him. He knows what he's doing. Now, again, if you choose to give him money or whatever, that's fine. I've thrown him like $2 or $3 donations and asked him stupid shit. It's whatever. I mean, he's not the same animal as Von Helton. I'm not trying to say that. But I'm saying, to put in context, apparently what happened recently was he put out a bunch of wands for sale. They sold out. People bought them. He got the money. But instead of spending that money sending the fucking wands back out to the people who just paid them, he chose to buy 15 bars of Bond Tactical fucking soap. And then went on YouTube just to let everybody that bought wands know that he has to wait for his YouTube money now, and which means they're probably going to be late for Christmas, right? A lot of broken hearts, a lot of fucking children let down there, Cobes. But if that wasn't bad enough, apparently someone must have thrown him a few quid. He got a hold of some money, disappears for a little while, and then posts this video. And this is what got people upset. Let's take a look.
It's cracking tubes. Check out Wyoming Downs. Chill on the scene like a mean, lean rock star. What's up?
Look, his one eye is actually closed. He's so fucking messed up.
This place is pretty sweet, though. You gotta check it out. Get a membership. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's good to help boost the local economy, too, and have some fun doing it. You mix that Mountain Dew with some Coors Banquet beer.
He's fucked up. He's at the casino. Just complained he had no money to send out his orders.
Impressions. Cheers, tubes.
He's messed up.
Shop Wyoming first and subscribe to the King
Can't even get both his eyes open.
Happy holidays.
All right, so he posts that video after crying hard times. Got a hold of some quid. Now, I don't know, honestly, maybe some of his YouTube money come in. But needless to say, there was some backlash in his comment section, apparently, which prompted him to make the next video. I'll let it just run into the next video.
Refreshing.
What's up, YouTube? So, I was
Bro's
reading
coming
some
in
of the
nice.
hate comments I got on my last video, and that shit made me laugh, man. I spent $2 on the machines, $2. And maybe $3, $4 on a couple beers. You know.
No. I gotta stop him there. First of all, there's no way $3 or $4 is buying a few of those beers. Right? Come on. Secondly, the motherfucker's one eye was shut. He was fucked up. He went and got drunk, played a few slots. Now, I'm not saying he blew hundreds of dollars. It's not really anybody's. It's not my business if he did or not. But I'm just saying, come on. We all know what fucking happened. Jello shots, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch.
You can't call it an addiction if you don't go there all the time. You know, if you're only going to the casino every once in a while, then it's really not an addiction, you know. Especially if when you do go, you're not spending a shit ton of money. maybe a couple bucks here, a couple bucks there. You know, you go to have fun and socialize with your friends. You feel me on that YouTube? A lot of people just talk shit, you know, they assume before they know the whole situation kind of thing. And I think it's funny. You know, get some assholes talking shit on me, just walking in there with some people hanging out, minding my own business. And I get a bunch of hate comments on the video after I give them some free advertisement. And not a sponsor, Wyoming Downs, you know what I'm saying? They're just free advertisement. It's actually nice to see that Casper's got options for entertainment, you know? Just saying. There's nothing wrong with helping out your local businesses, and these trolls don't get it. They just don't get it. Anyways, tubes, thank you for watching this video, and I'll catch you cool cobras later.
All right. I'm glad you made it, Jello. You missed some premium lulls. You're going to want to go back. Trust me, you're going to want to go back. But we got a little bit more here, kiddies. This is a spectacular Christmas special. A very Helton Christmas indeed, folks. So let's move up into the present. We've gotten a visit from the ghost of Lulzma's past. We've been inching up to modern times. Again, folks, there was so much stuff that I've left out. Well, we have stuff to review for another decade of Christmases. But let's move up to the present. Now, Mr. Von Helton, he's been pretty quiet, but he's already laid the groundwork of what I think we all suspect is going to happen. So let's see here. I think I got this.
But
here we go. So this is just, I know we've all seen this. It's been beaten to death, but we're just going to touch on it to give it a little bit of context, because this is where we are at, folks. This is the setup, a prelude to a very Von Helton Christmas. I suspect, even though I don't plan on doing a hangout next week, taking the week off, my fucking lulz bones are tingling, folks. Something's going on. Something's going to happen. There's going to be a hangout to discuss its implications. But this is the last setup just a few weeks ago. I know in internet time feels like, months ago. But it wasn't that long ago. Von Helton was threatening to pull his children out of school because CPS was investigating them again. 2 different schools, folks, not just one school out to get them. 2 different schools making the claims that his kids were so filthy, stinking, their hair was so disgusting, they felt the need to get the state involved. Von Helton, furious, has claimed that he's going to take his kids out of the public school system and homeschool. Now, if that's not scary enough, I think there's some hope, though, because I think he was full of shit. Because when he was called out on it in the second hangout with Sister Sunshine, the infamous showdown, he started backpedaling. Because then he was like, well, no, I just took him out because it was freezing rain and it was bad for a couple of days. What, do you want him to die in the freezing rain? He tried to spin it, right? So I think he's full of shit. I think the kids were just home for a couple of days because of the weather. And let's hope, whatever gods you pray to over this season, folks, let's just hope he doesn't homeschool his children. But this is where he makes the announcement, in case you haven't seen it.
Yeah, Jerry and Helena and Layeva, I'm going to be homeschooling them. CPS decided to pay me a visit on Thanksgiving Eve, where I've got a phone in one hand and I've got a chicken in the other hand, and I'm trying to, make plans on a calendar and with a hand I don't even have. And here comes CPS to muddy the waters. And
why did they come?
Yeah, the kids weren't wearing new clothes, and their clothes were dirty and they smelled, and they hadn't washed their hair, and all this, which was a total lie, of course. But Thanksgiving Eve, and the CPS worker actually messed up, because she was telling me about how they went in and spoke to my kids and stuff, and I'm like, oh really, you did you? You know, and but yeah, went right into school, talked with them at school without my consent, you know, and I'm like, okay. So I've yanked my kids out of school, and I'm going to homeschool them from now on.
Don't you think that might increase the odds of Child Protective Services being concerned about your kids? I mean,
no,
I mean,
because they're going
to. They do have the right legally, I think, to talk to interview children.
Yes, if there is a problem of some kind, but there is no problem. Okay, my divorce was years ago. That's all done. That's all settled. In the 9.5 years that they've harassed the shit out of me, my kids have never been harmed. No laws have ever been broken. Okay, so no, they don't have the right. The government does not have the right to just come in and take your kids out of school. Okay, they can't do that. All right. Not only that, but every time they take them out of a class, guess what? That's an F. Your kid gets an F for that day. All right. So no, the government doesn't have the right to do that. All right. And I noticed my kids' grades were failing. They were bringing home Fs. I'm like, what in the world is this? My kids are straight A students. What the heck's going on? They were taking them out of class, asking them a bunch of questions, just whenever they want, just whenever they felt like, just waltzing right in there and pull them out. And yeah, no, to hell with that. So I'm homeschooling my kids, so effective immediately. If they don't like it, they can go fly a kite, because that's just the way it's going to be. But the government does not have the whole point. And I explained this to the people at the school too, because the people at the school didn't know. The whole point of a constitution, folks, is to limit the government's ability to attack an individual or a family. That's the whole point of the Constitution. Okay, so if the government has unfettered access to your kids in a public school, what's the point of even having a Constitution? The Constitution has basically been made null and void at that point. If the government can go into school and yank your kids out of class any old time they want, you ain't got a Constitution. You don't. Because the whole purpose of a Constitution is to limit the government's ability against the citizen. That's the whole point of it. That's why the Constitution was made. All right. And it doesn't matter whether it's a Kentucky state constitution or the federal constitution. It doesn't matter. Okay. But it's a limitation on the government's ability to harass, harangue, assault, jail, kill the average individual citizen. That's the whole point. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. Yeah, the government does not have a right to come and get your kids whenever they want. They'll say they do. They will tell you flat to your face. They'll look you right now and say, we can come and get your kids out of school anytime we want. That's a flat out lie. It's a flat out lie. They can't. They have to be able to prove that the child is in danger, or that there is some kind of, altercation occurring, a divorce, settlement, dispute of some kind. There has to be a reason. Okay.
This actually is a tell. This is to which the degree of their filth was. Again, that not one but two different schools apparently had to get involved, had to get the state involved. Like, how dirty do you have to be? How bad do you have to smell to be on this magnitude of state intervention? Like, it's mind-boggling. I guess they have that dog now too, so there's probably like dog hair matted up the side of a sweater, and they didn't get brushed off, because they slept in it the night before. And yeah,
can't just waltz in there any old time they like and yank your kid out of school. Okay, they can't do that. That's BS.
I mean, I'm going to give you some heartfelt advice here, Vaughn. I think taking them out of school may trigger more focus, I guess, if you will.
I've had 9.5 years of focus. They can't be no more focus than that.
And if you do choose to homeschool your kids still, I would recommend actually that you put them in maybe a charter school with a home study program where they go see the teacher once a week, so that way it's state approved.
I'm going to be handling it through the Board of Education and everything. So,
Yeah,
it's all going to be handled through the Board of Education.
that's gonna be
GVR says,
Yeah.
or GY6, how is that GY6 or GVR? Anyway, GY6 says lots of hoops to jump through when homeschooling, Bun. You have to be very careful and keep precise records. Yeah, well, I know what they can do with their records, right? I'm still the parent, and the government is not the parent. I'm the parent. And like Andy Cap says, we do still have rights in this country, and I intend to exercise those rights. And if they decide to pursue it, then we'll have to deal with it in court then, because it's all going to court anyway. I mean, they drove my wife insane, destroyed my marriage, and abused my kids under foster care. So we're going to court anyway. All right. So if they dogpile on more in addition to that, it's just going to look better in my favor.
My heartfelt advice to you is, I mean, even though I understand, that you're feeling upset, with them taking your kids out of class and all that. But I mean, ultimately, it's a good idea to pretty much cooperate, and do what CPS says. If they make you take parenting classes or anything like that, I would cooperate, right? Because the more you fight, they do have the power of the state, behind them. And, ultimately, ultimately both you and they want the best interest of the child.
No, they don't. No, they don't, honey. Let me stop you right there, okay? Government's main purpose is to destroy the family. They want to destroy the family unit. Now, why is that? They want to destroy the family unit because the family unit is very hard to control. Okay, so they want to destroy the family unit. That is the purpose of Child Protective Services. That is the purpose of DCBS, whatever you wish to call it in your state. That's the whole purpose of it, is to destroy the family unit, because governments historically have been very hard to control families. They can't control them. Okay, so what do? They get the family busted up and get you all back to individuals again. Then it's real easy to control you then at that point. Okay, so no, they don't give a rip about your family. When they got my kids, when they come out to me on Christmas Day and took my kids, they shipped them clear out to Indiana, where they ended up getting abused. Now, admittedly, they didn't get abused by the foster parents. They got abused by the foster parents' daughter and their daughter's boyfriend. But still, they shipped them clear out to Indiana, where they ended up getting abused. Okay, they don't care. They don't care. There was no inquiry. There was no investigation. There was no arrests made. Nothing was done. Okay, they do not care. They really don't. All they see is potential dollar signs. Can this kid get me $3,000 ahead? Can I get $3,000 out of this kid by putting it in an adoptive home or something? That's the only thing that matters to them. They don't care about family units. They could care less. Well, here's the thing. Okay, I've had the government harassing me for 9.5 years, and that's enough. I'm not going to put up. See, here's the thing. Here's the risk I run. If I keep them in public school, CPS, DCBS, whatever you want to call them, is going to continuously go to my kids' school, yank them out of class. That's another F. They're going to keep getting Fs over and over and over again. There will be nothing I can do about it. Their grades are going to plummet, and then they're going to say, "Oh, look, Von Helton's kids are getting failing grades. Let's go out there and yank those kids away from him." Now, if you can't see that that's a setup, I don't know what to say to you, man, because it is a setup. It is a setup. They send CPS out there, to go out there and yank them out of that class. They get an F for the day. Then they yank them out again, another F and another F and another F. Then here about a week later, month later, year later, whatever. Then they come and they say, "Oh, look, Von Helton's kids are getting failing grades. He is not a good parent. We got to yank them kids away from him." And that's exactly what they would do. That's exactly what they would do. Well, you know what? I'm not going to give them the ability to do that. So yeah, I'm taking them out of public school. Because if their grades keep plummeting, that's exactly what they're going to say. They're going to say, "I'm an unfit father. I'm not capable of raising my kids, and we got to get them kids away from that evil Von Helton guy, by God." And I'm not going to let them do it. I'm not going to let them do it. I asked CPS when they was out here, I said, "Do you want me to leave Kentucky? Because I can do that." They never said a word. They never said one word to me. Because they know I'm telling the truth. They know I'm telling the truth. It's all a setup, man.
So, you know, I mean, heartfelt advice here, Vaughn. I would leave my kids in school. I would make sure they're well groomed, well dressed. You know what I mean?
That's the thing, though. They'll never be. But that's the thing, though. They'll never be well groomed and well dressed to suit them. Never. Like, when they come out to my house on Christmas Day and take my kids because my house is cluttered because there's Christmas wrapping everywhere. What does that tell you? That tells you they just want to aggravate and agitate. I've been told, I don't know if it's true, but I've been told that they get yelled at if they don't take your kids. If they go out on a report and they don't take your kids, they get yelled at. Okay, you got people out here. Listen, I used to lay carpet down here. All right. I know how these houses look inside. And they're horrible. They are horrible inside. I've laid carpet in them. I know. They're a hell of a lot worse looking than my trailer is. Is CPS going out there and taking those kids because of the horrible living conditions? Fuck no. You know why? Because they ain't got a bunch of assholes on the internet calling them every 5 minutes. Well, here's the thing. I had a very interesting conversation with a Kentucky congresswoman. All right. And we had a nice little chat about this whole thing. All right. And what led me to her was I saw an actual article online where 18 children had died in the state of Kentucky that year. Well, gee, Vaughn, why did they die? Oh, they died because CPS workers are short-staffed in the state of Kentucky. And so when CPS was diverted that year to these calls, these nonsensical calls like what the trolls and haters have been doing, real children are being killed. Okay? So while CPS was talking to me Thanksgiving Eve, 2 children are dead.
Vaughn actually makes a very interesting point there. Rather than simply cleaning his children, giving them, you know, a fresh set of clothes every day to go to school in, and helping them get better grades, he's going to let it go to the point where the state has to get involved and valuable resources are being spent on this nonsense. Because he cannot fulfill the most basic of functions of being a parent. And I'm just being honest. I'm just, you know, like, I ain't calling the state on them and stuff. I'm just saying, kind of puts it in perspective, doesn't it? Of course, he's trying to spin it and say it's the troll's fault. But anyways.
That's not an exaggeration. That's not me making assertions. They're literally, 2 children are literally dead. And like I said, me and a Kentucky congresswoman talked about this at length. A Kentucky congresswoman asked me, she said, Mr. VONHELTON, I can't find none of my social workers. Where are they? I said, ma'am, I'm looking right at them. She said, you're what? I said, yes. My backyard is full of CPS workers. And she said, Mr. VONHELTON, that will never happen again. And you know what? It didn't. So that tells me that they can do something about this if they wanted to. They could get these assholes off my back if they wanted to, but they don't want to. They don't want to. They could shut down these trolls tomorrow if they wanted to. They could find every one of these assholes and throw them in prison for filing a false claim to CPS, which is a felony, by the way. They could have every one of these assholes arrested for committing a felony. Will they do it? No. Because it's a lot easier to come after me and harass the hell out of me than it is to track these guys down and put them behind bars where they belong. Now, I consider that a bit hypocritical, but, you know, that's just the way it is.
Though, coming from a man who could simply just wash his children, make sure they have, you know, baths, and wear, you know, a fresh set of clothes to school every day. Can't do it. Can't do it, folks, but that's where we're at. This is the groundwork that has been laid for this Christmas. It's funny how history repeats itself. Wow. What will this Christmas bring? What will the future bring, ladies and gentlemen? We are in the last leg of our hangout. Thank you for sharing it with me, sitting through it, reliving. Again, this is just the tip of the iceberg, folks. There's literally hours of footage that I didn't even get a chance to go through. But we'll save that for another Christmas. But what will the future hold for VONHELTON's children? In fact, it looks like in the chat we have them here tonight. Now listen, I want to be serious for a second. I don't usually talk about this kind of stuff. Take it with a grain of salt. But it is said that a few years back, while laying ground for a new building, the crew came upon some kind of capsule that had been there for many years. But what's interesting is that the contents seems to have come from the future. Apparently, time travelers possibly taking advantage of the Mandela effect somehow. We don't want to get bogged down with scientific jargon here. We're not crunching numbers. We're just putting it out there. Maybe it was a clone. I don't know. People from the future traveled to the past and buried a time capsule containing footage from the year 2035 for us to study what has become of Clan Von Helton. Where is it going after Von Helton has passed? What is his legacy? Folks, we're not sure what future visionaries actually made this video. I don't know who actually made this video, but I do want to thank Nats once again for sharing this valuable archive video from our friends in the future. I give you.
But yeah,
if I can get there. I give you rocket ship Von Helton. The year is 2035. And this is footage of one of the Heltons of the future. Let's take a look.
What's your name, son? Rocket Ship Von Helton. Who? Rocket Ship Von Helton. What you doing over here, son? Cowering in the corner. Don't you have any balls? My daddy castrated me. What's your daddy's name? Von Helton. He's a superhero. Have you seen him? He left me at Walmart.
It's a curious thing. Make a one man weep, make another man sing.
He's the Punisher. He'll hurt us all.
Feeling that's the power of love. Tough with the diamonds, rich like cream, stronger and harder than a black girl.
I should be getting a knock on my door right now if you were a man, but you ain't no man, you're a fucking mouse. You fucking keyboard commando son of a bitch. Get your ass down here. I'll open up the fucking front door for you. You'll be going right back out the front door, but I'll open it for you.
One day a call appeared at the door, and my daddy ran for the toilet. My daddy got so fat that he couldn't move from the computer.
Next time you feel it, it might make you sad. Next time you feel it, it might make you mad. You'll be glad, baby, when you found that's the power makes the world go round.
We went to McDonald's, we went to Walmart, we went to IGA. We were all over the fucking place with them kids. I've got tons of witnesses in Manchester, but I got evidence.
I was only allowed to watch Fox News all damn day long from my swing. Mouse was my teacher, and I learned everything about Facebook.
I told you about my altercation. I was actually able to use the force one time. But I just stuck my hand out like this, man, and they went flying, right, as if somebody had drop kicked him. You know, drop kicked him for a fucking field goal. He just went. Whew.
My daddy tried to use the Force of the Jedi on me. My daddy thought the moon was a hologram.
You know what that tells me? That tells me either the fucking moon is a fake and it's a goddamn hologram up there, or it's on the other side of the fucking sun for some stupid ass fucking reason, or something is blocking that son of a bitch.
My best friends were Annie and Mike, my foster parents.
A bunch of Nazi Gestapo come into my house and catch me when I'm in the middle of changing diapers. Who? So I'm at a loss as to why the judge gave my children to the Gestapo. They figured out when I changed my diapers and they kept coming in at that time.
My daddy called us kids by numbers, not names. Number 46, get in here, you moron.
Von Helton didn't say jack shit. I don't fucking know. I'm not a mind reader.
What'd you get for Christmas, son? Box. We got the box. Daddy got a new computer monitor. We were playing with the box.
Okay.
I'm gonna get your docs, man. I'm gonna get a court order. I'm gonna get your fucking docs, and you're gonna wish to God that you were never born, and that you never ever fucked with my children.
Looks like we've come full circle.
Right now, you want to sit there and you want to talk shit about how these police hate me and all these judges and prosecuting attorneys hate me and all that shit. They don't hate me. They don't hate me.
I think you're nuts.
That's a lie to stroke your ego, isn't it, Secular?
Oh, good times, folks. Good times. It looks like we have come to the end of our show. Another Christmas was upon us. Holiday, whatever the hell it is you celebrate. I don't know. Even if it's just some time off work. Who gives a shit? It's all good. But what will come of Clan Helton, I'm not sure. All we can do is speculate at this point. I do want to thank you all for coming out. If you're coming in late, I think there's some lulz-worthy material at the beginning of this. There's lots of material left, folks. We got lots to go through in the vault. Oh my goodness, we got lots to go through. I think Big C was saying that he was possibly doing some kind of after show, so I don't know if he wants to drop a link in here or in the comments below. As I said before, I don't plan on doing a hangout next week. But who knows what'll happen? Or maybe an impromptu one at some point. I don't know. Week of New Year's, we will be doing a year in review. And we'll be highlighting all the things that we have. And actually, I was thinking in the Trolls, Haters, and Naysayers, I'm actually going to pin a post. And in the comments, if you guys want to post with links, if possible, some of your favorite highlights from 2019. Because I've only been back like 4 or 5 months, so a lot of shit went down before I was around. So I'd like to do a little recap session on that. But that'll probably be on Wednesday, January 2nd. I think it's probably when I'm going to do that. Or January 1st, sorry. Right on New Year's Day. Everyone's hungover. But I hope you enjoyed it. Okay, baby Jane. I'm going to keep my eyes out for that. I'm sure something weird's cooking over there, but I don't know. We'll have to keep our eyes open. Keep your eyes to the skies, folks. Ears to the ground. Thank you once again. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Cool Yule. Crazy Kwanzaa. Rockin' Ramadan. Festivus for the rest of us. You thirsty bastards. So Big C, I think he was doing something after this. Go check it out. I'm going to go over there and see what's shaking. Till next time. See you next year. Maybe. Maybe. Thank you, Lusty, my elf on the shelf. He's got a link there for y'all. Jello shots, you son of a bitch. You magnificent bastard. Okay, Baby Jane, sounds good. Send me a message somewhere. We'll figure it out. All right, folks. Let's call her a night. Happy holidays. And do a better 2020. Good night. Don't drink and drive.